You know what else is campy? Zombievers. Great movie.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
Because it's got a theme song.
Nice.
Zombievers. Anywho. Hello, listeners, viewers. Welcome back. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You are joining us for episode, I believe it's episode 7 of the Frontier War, our Alien, the role-playing game actual play series. We're back, and it is a couple days before Gen Con. It is the Saturday before Gen Con, so we are stoked and excited and gearing up and doing last-minute prep. And I am very happy to be here because I've had a hell of a week, and I am ready for some alien goodness. So I expect great things from you all tonight, fellas. So, yeah, no more 40-minute tirades from Earl. Okay, we got to get past that. So, I promise, listeners. I mean, hopefully you enjoyed Earl, but not a whole lot got done last week. Anyway, let's do our roundtable as always. Oh, well, as always, check us out over on Facebook where we have all the usual news about the show. Check us out over on Spreaker where we host the podcast. And be sure to follow us either on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or wherever you subscribe to your podcasts, and leave us those 5-star reviews to help us grow the channel. And, of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that little bell and all that good stuff. Praise the algorithm. And if you are so inclined, if you're a fan of the show and you want to help us out a little bit more, you should be like our good friend Jonas. Jonas gets a shout out tonight because Jonas joined our Patreon last month. All right?
Yeah.
But then Jonas did something even better today, which really made my week. So thank you, Jonas. He bumped himself up all the way to our Great Worm tier to get access to those sweet, sweet Patreon exclusive episodes. So I bombarded him with like 15 links of all the Tales of the Old World episodes. So he's got something to keep him busy for a couple days, hopefully. So, Jonas, thank you. We appreciate it, man. Like I said, it was really good news to wake up to your messages this morning, so I appreciate it. And let me know if you want the links to all the Drowned Dragon episodes when you're done with Tales from the Old World, and we will hook you up. So, and if you're not part of the Patreon and you got a couple extra coins you want to toss in the Dragon's Hoard, come on by and support us that way. Get yourself access to, we've got 2 actual play series on there for Warhammer Fantasy. One called Tales from the Old World that takes place in Ubersreich, and one called The Drowned Dragon that we're currently playing in, which is a High Elf campaign sailing across the coast of Lustria and around the Vampire Coast. So a lot of cool stuff there. And even if you don't have some coins to toss into the pot, you can also sign up for free and at least get access to our monthly post that we put on there, where I usually talk about what's going on with the show and kind of like a State of the Union every month. You know, let us know what we're working on, what's coming down the pipeline. So I don't know if I did one for July yet. If not, that'll be coming out in a couple days. So that's that. So anyway, we've got our crew here. Everyone's here in full. And we'll start it off with our good friend Eric, wearing his Goku shirt. What's up, Kakarot?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine last night. Very good. Highly
Excellent.
recommend.
Good here.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. Tonight I will be playing Lance Corporal Mike Tagar, the Assault Marine Breacher.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. What did we do this week? Oh, this week we reserved our tickets, myself, Sean, and Kyle, to go see Alien Romulus on Thursday night.
Yes.
It's not even a midnight release, but apparently it's opening night on Thursday. I thought movies came out on Fridays, but
Yeah, they moved to Thursday now.
Yeah, I haven't been to a movie in person. All right, this shows you how cloistered of a life I live, okay? I haven't been to a movie theater in person since John Wick 3.
Well,
I don't know what year that release on.
no.
3-4 years ago, like towards the end of the
Yeah.
pandemic, like when like people started like actually going back out, you know. And I convinced my wife at the time. I was like, you know, can I? Cause she knows I love John Wick. I'm like, can I go see it? You know, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to like a 10 o'clock show at night. She's like, yeah, that's fine. So that was a big deal for me, going out like on on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock or whatever, you know, and then getting home at like 1 in the morning. It was cool. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get out much. But anyway, we're gonna go see Romulus. We're going, I think, to AMC so we can get the alien head bucket for the popcorn.
Nice.
And then I'm probably going to go on Saturday to Regal so I can get the facehugger bucket because I need it all. So I can't wait.
Which location has like the beer glass?
That's the one in Chicago called
Fuck.
what I don't even know what the fuck. But there's only there's only one of those in Illinois, and it's in the city.
Well, fuck it, I'm
I'll
back.
make Draft House.
Texas Draft House or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Draft House.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Alamo.
Which aren't here anymore.
Alamo.
It's funny that you'll still have that. That's great.
Yeah, that's weird. That's very weird. But yeah, it's cool, but it's not. I don't think it's worth a trip into Chicago. So
It's really not.
yeah,
Chicago's such a pain to get to.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, if there's an L station nearby, I'll hop on an L all day. That's fine. But driving there, fuck that noise.
Yeah,
So,
'cause then you gotta find parking and
yeah, you're spending
Yeah.
$70 just to get a
$15 on
fucking
parking.
glass. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't even drink. Right? It's just gonna sit in the cabinet with all the other fucking cups I have,
we just
glasses.
put Dr. Pepper in it, right?
Yeah, but you know, I have
Now
so
you're
many.
talking.
I have so many glasses, right? Like Ernie bought me a whole.
You have an aliens glass.
I don't actually. That's a good point. That is
Damn.
a good point. That's a good point.
Eric coming in with the
I
manipulation.
got Walking Dead. I got AC/DC. I got Dr. Pepper glasses, but no alien glass.
I don't know. Are you really an Aliens fan, man?
Probably not. Yeah, fucking plebes. Only gonna spend like $30 to $50 on a plastic popcorn bucket, you know. So can't wait.
Kind of cringe, but okay.
Yeah, we'll see how much it is. I still can't figure that one out. So anyway, Adam from the Smoking Ruins of L.A. How's it going?
Oh, you know, pretty good, pretty good. I'll be playing our sergeant of the group, Gunther Schmidt. But I mean, my week's been pretty good. You know, mental health's a big part of life, and I'm back into therapy again. So, hey, we're proud to it.
Oh, way to go.
Well, that's good, man. Because I actually went to therapy for the first time myself last year when the marriage was crumbling down around me. So I found out that we had it. We get a couple sessions free through work. So I tried that out for the first time. So I think we got 6 sessions a year or something like that. So a lot of good it did, because here we are.
Sometimes, you know, it just helps you open your eyes to the truth, you know?
Yeah, it definitely did. I think it might have been too little too late, but that's okay. I had a good therapist, so yeah. So don't neglect your mental health, folks. It's important. So
It must be nice. I'm over here in one of the, hands down, one of the worst states for mental health therapy.
well, that's true. That's true. But
Oh,
you know,
really?
you can just get
They
a
don't
gun.
care about you in Texas?
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Tell us about Texas. Tell us about the crumbling mental health system and how guns solve all your problems down there.
Yeah, you know, like I might be crying myself to sleep, but at least there's a gun under my pillow that I'm crying on. All right.
I don't know if those two
That's
should
true.
be connected, actually. It's actually way worse than we thought, guys.
It's okay, Bertha.
Hey, you can always go to the gun range and just let off some steam. That's super healthy. I am.
I mean, that's more healthy than, you know, going on a rampage. So
It's true. That's
Yeah.
I think everything is healthier than that, really. I'm playing Private First Class Owen O'Connell.
yeah. Speaking of rampage and killing innocent people.
Damn. I'm the Rifleman. Yep, that's true. And I'm gonna figure out how to gingerly, get out of a fist fight that I started.
I
should be
I
fine.
think O'Connell needs to worry about his mental health right now. I think,
It's
yeah.
You can end
He
up
probably
with a
gets
traumatic
better-
brain injury.
he probably gets better health care than I do, so I'm sure he'll be all right.
It's true. It's true. You get one session with the ship psychiatrist, you know, when you're on.
With the psychiatrist, that's also a synth.
Yeah, it's Dr.
Gonna be
Lark.
No
Weaver.
emotion.
It's gonna be Weaver. She's just gonna play something like AC/DC for you. Like,
right.
get back in there, champ.
Yeah, she'll play one of Ozzy's like sad songs, like "Goodbye to Romance" or something. You know.
Oh, no.
There you go.
And last but not least, Mr. Reliable himself, Sean. Tell us about Private Cruz and yourself, and anything else you'd like to tell people.
Yeah, I will be playing Private Cruz, the dedicated marksman for the group, who is also the rookie and the newbie, and somehow was the reason the fight started.
He's also the recipient of the prestigious Bronze Star and cousin to Secretary De La Cruz, which the group found out last week.
Yeah, but I think we all got Bronze Stars.
Yeah, but we're going to single you out because you're the newbie.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You know, you helped start the fight and then slinked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And our CEO's just watching.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking
man.
to our leader
Not my
like,
problem.
what are you doing?
Yeah, it is strange dynamic these guys have here.
I'm leader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
sometimes
part
we
of
gotta
it.
punch
Gonna
it
let
out,
him
you
wait it
know?
out.
Eric, did anything this fucking wacky ever happen when you were in the service?
Probably not.
Like, hey, let's go undercover and start a fist fight.
No.
I still don't know why we started the fist fight, to be honest. But anyway,
Well, I think it's funny. I was gonna say this, Eric. You and I had the same. we were thinking the same thing. I actually walked over to that NPC last game, and I was gonna start a fight with that NPC. And at the last second, I changed my mind. That's why I walked away from them. But and then you did the mock fight with
Yeah.
was that the same NPC that thought he was getting hit on by Cruz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simon the trucker?
Because we gotta see how everybody reacts to a fight, right?
Right. Well, let's fucking let it happen, I guess.
I don't.
And apparently we know the private just like, nope, not me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know what the point of it was, but yeah, you guys do you. I do want to point out, Private First Class O'Connell might be a soulless killing machine that kills innocent, unarmed, restrained women, but
It's been proven.
But the
It's
man
non-recorded.
behind the madness, Scaarr, is a fucking sweetheart, because last night, after we finished recording our Patreon episode, we played some Dead by Daylight, and until like 3 in the morning, this motherfucker sends me a download code, and he bought me Dead by Daylight on Steam, and
Aw.
it took us like 2 hours, but we finally got the cross progression figured out, and then we had time to play like one game at that point. Yeah, it was a little difficult. It wasn't difficult, it's just like trying to do it all at the same time, and it was like 2 in the morning. You know, I've been up since 7 in the morning, so I was a little tired at that point.
A little tuckered out, yeah.
Yeah, but it was awesome. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. So, are we going to play more tonight, Scaarr?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, I'm ready. Actually, we're done. Episode's done. Dead by Daylight.
See you next week.
Yep. Hell yeah, brothers. Right on.
No, never. I'm not that type of GM, as you know. We reserve that kind of stuff for Matt, who just, doesn't show up and hangs out with family instead. So, fucking once a month game, you can't make it. So, yeah. I don't know, listeners. Anyway, I am your host, the Great Unclean One. As usual, I'm amped and ready. And we got some cool stuff in store for you. So let's dive right in. Alas, we left last week. You had all made your way to the planet of Symbaris, where you are trying to do an undercover, sort of a covert op, to get in touch with a rogue UPP android who, according to the mission brief, claims to have important information about the UPP and some of the shit they've been up to that they want to exchange to the UA in exchange for getting safe passage off the planet. This message was sent to UA by a retired Lieutenant Hank Morgan of the Colonial Marines, who lives and works here on Azura Colony. And he used some old code that the UA does not use anymore to send this message. So it supposedly has been confirmed that it is legit, and you have gone covert, disguised as a group of basically space truckers and shippers bringing supplies to the colony as normal. Your gear has been smuggled in some false bottoms on these containers that the supplies you've brought in. Weaver has brought you guys down along with Herschel, who insisted on coming with. Herschel is your synth crew chief on the dropship, the co-pilot. He insisted on coming with because he was very interested in meeting this UPP android and learning more about how the UPP kind of handle and deal with androids, because you guys all know to some degree that they're treated even worse than regular UPP citizens. So, also I want to point out, I'm sorry, listeners, that I forgot to hit record last week. That's why there was no video. And unfortunately, it looks like Sean's plague has cured, which is really disappointing that we missed that, because Sean's eyes were bloodshot and red, as you all heard from his exploded...
They were just
his weak...
fully covered in red.
Yeah,
it wasn't even like bloodshot like I was drinking. It was just...
exploded.
Yeah. Weak blood vessels.
That's what it was, weak blood vessels, yeah.
Because I wear contacts for like 15, 16 hours a day. So the eye doctor's like, yeah, don't do that anymore. Well, okay, but...
Dude, next time I get into an argument, I'm going to say this. I'm like, you have fucking weak blood vessels, man. Get the fuck out of here.
You have a weak bloodline and weak blood vessels.
So, you guys made your way down to the colony, where the UPP have taken over. There was a UPP squad of soldiers, along with some sort of officer or some sort of agent that seemed to be leading them. They did kind of a cursory examination of what you guys had and your credentials and manifest, and then they let you on your way. At which point, you guys loaded the gear up on a truck. You met this guy, Earl, who's one of the colonists here. He brought you to the cargo area where you stored all the stuff that you brought. You guys took some of your gear out that you're able to hide on you. And then Earl took you on a tour of the colony, bringing you to some of the different mining locations, the excavation sites. You learned about one of the newer ones, that they have an outlook sitting above this kind of valley where the entrance to this cave network is. You guys got really interested in that, spent an inordinate amount of time with Earl, eating tots and hanging out at not the bar you were told to go to. Still trying to figure that one out a week later.
I'll take the blame for all this. This is mostly me.
And then, yeah, you spent a lot of time with Earl, who we got to know. He told you a little bit about the colony and the UPP being here. And you guys eventually realized, or thought, okay, there's probably nothing down in this mine we need to worry about. And then finally, at the end of the night, you decided to go to the bar several hours after landing that you were told to try to meet up with Lieutenant Morgan. And then you decided to start a fight. And one guy thought Cruz was hitting on him. So, all in all, one of the most productive sessions of Alien RPG I've ever run. Really exciting.
We're going to leave most of this out of our report, right, guys?
Yeah, very exhilarating
except
gameplay.
For you liking someone, I don't know. Might leave that in.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 20 whatever ever, so I don't think there's any shame in that.
Yeah. Oh no shame.
Okay.
There's no shame.
Exactly
So
why
talk
it's going
shit
in the
about it.
report.
Yeah, exactly. So, we are back on Azura Colony. You guys have started a fist fight between, I believe it was originally Tagar and O'Connell. Well, it was originally Tagar and Cruz. O'Connell thought it was an actual fight and got into it with Tagar and is now actually fighting Tagar. And Tagar thinks that O'Connell has latched onto this idea and he's part of it, when in reality, O'Connell actually thinks that you were about to beat the shit out of Cruz and he's come to his defense. And your wonderful superior officer, Sergeant Smith, one of the greatest field officers ever in the Colonial Marines, is watching you doing nothing about it. So,
Damn, one of the greatest.
did I miss
was
anything?
in charge of a squad. I mean, honestly, I might do the same.
Oh, and also,
Also,
O'Connell had nightmarish visions of his wife turning into Mystery as she was decaying and dying. And Cruz had a nice conversation with Secretary De La Cruz, about some of the stuff that's been going on. And O'Connell started smoking again, or for the first time. And when Weaver asked him about it, he kind of blew her off. So, I think that's about it. Did I miss anything? Oh, and apparently the new mission objective is to keep Herschel alive at all costs, according to Cruz. So, everyone needs to change their agenda to that right now.
You didn't add the part about the tater tots. You forgot the tater tots.
I actually did mention the tater tots.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Just making sure.
Counter one.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. And they only happened like once. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a whiteboard and just have it behind me and
Yeah,
our
just
memory.
tell you.
Now I will admit, I just said
I'll put it on my whiteboard right up here.
Yeah.
You can't see it because of the background.
I literally only just said like, yeah, you guys had some tots, but I did mention the tots. So.
You didn't. I didn't go into enough detail about the tots. Okay.
The
That's
tots were amazing.
Yeah. My pocket still reeks of it.
Give me
They
some
got
tots.
a seatbelt and everything. They took up one of the seats in the truck.
They did. Well, it was a bucket of 100 tots. Of course, it gets a seatbelt. That's just common courtesy.
That should have
Anyway,
been our mission.
protect the tots. Okay, so
Escort the tots.
here we are. What? Well, this fight has started. So, Tagar and O'Connell, what are you two doing?
I don't know if we
The-
had asked. How far do we escalate it, Eric?
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, does Tagar think that he's in on the fake fight, or do I think that he escalated?
Well, if I didn't do it last time after the shoving match,
Give
we would
me,
have thrown a punch.
give me an,
You did throw a punch.
give me a straight empathy roll, Eric. If you succeed, then you realize he actually thinks he's in a fight. If you fail, then you think he's going along with it. Okay. Yep, he's definitely going along with it. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta get the nightclub music back on. Hold on.
How
I think he just threw a punch at you, so we'll say it's your action right now.
okay. How worried am I about his? I think it's fake. How worried am I about what he's doing?
What do
Like,
you?
is my sole focus on him right now?
That's up to you.
Am I able to perform an observation check towards the bar
Yes, but
during this?
give yourself a -1 because
Okay.
there's a lot going on.
Because I would like to kind of see if there's anybody who basically doesn't react at all to the fight.
Okay. And would someone please roll me a stress die? Or a d6, I guess, is fine.
Like, I would know in general, androids don't really react the same way humans do.
Yes, but they're also very good at... Some of them are very good at looking and appearing to be human.
Yeah.
So... no, nothing... I mean, no one really seems to stick out as far as, like, acting weird or strange. There's a lot of people cheering and starting to, probably take a couple bets here and egging you guys on. It's about what you'd expect from people.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I guess
you're-
I'm gonna tell. Go on.
I was gonna say, so you're kind of looking around. O'Connell, what do you do? You have an opening because he's kind of not paying attention to you. You're muted.
Yeah, let's get one more in.
All
No
right.
hesitation. And no idiots. Oh
Okay.
man,
Would you like
Man,
to push?
you really threw that.
he's really selling
I'm
it.
like, obviously drunk.
Go ahead and make a defensive roll there, Eric.
You've been here for like 10 minutes. How did he get so drunk?
Is that just close combat?
Yes. Okay, you get a success, so you could actually... You basically can do like a counterattack, so you win the grapple, basically. So what do you do as he takes a swing at you?
I'm just gonna like hold him back and just kind of like say to him during the commotion, like, do you notice anybody out of place here?
Alright, O'Connell, how do you react to that?
Confused. But he looks. And he's
still drunk.
God damn. I mean, that's like 10 dice and no ones or sixes.
Cruz and Schmidt, what are you two doing while this is going down?
Well, I'm sipping on a beer, watching my underlings just fight it out. That's what I'm taking it as.
Underlings.
So Cruz, Herschel's been kind of hanging out with you, and he looks really confused and concerned. You know, he's probably like, "Are you okay, Private?"
Yeah, I'm good. I remember we're not military, right?
Oh, sorry. What was your fake name? I don't remember what you made up last
George
week.
Lopez.
Oh, how could I forget? That's right.
Insert lowrider music.
I think Herschel would probably forget too, because he's kind of by the book, you know, so he's still getting used to this. So we'll keep that in. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, Lopez. He's like, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I think he was just kind of joking around.
I don't think they're joking around, as you see O'Connell wildly swinging at Tagar.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad. What is, and I'll look at our boss. What is our boss doing? Oh, he's just drinking a beer. Okay.
Is
Why don't you and I, we should go stop him. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's good.
Okay.
I'll grab O'Connell, you grab Tagar.
All right. Okay, so as this fight is going on, eventually Cruz and Herschel, they start to separate you guys. Tagar, Herschel's strong because he's a synth, and he's built for strength. So, he's obviously trying to restrain you. And I don't remember what your fake name was that you came up with, but he'll say whatever it is. And he's
John.
Oh, John. Okay, he's like John, calm down, let it go. And he's like trying to pull you away. Do you let him?
Yeah. I make a show of like struggling, but like Herschel would know that I'm really not.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Well, they get you guys split up. A couple people in the crowd boo, and somebody throws some peanuts at you guys, you know. Boring. And then
Watch that guy.
Yeah. Food fight.
All four of us go beat the shit out of that guy.
Like in a final show that he thought this was real, and maybe a slip up, he'll kind of shout at Tagar, "You leave the fucking rookie alone. You leave your tantrums to yourself."
Like, hey, man, calm down. It's okay. It was kind of like a joke.
What are you talking about?
He wasn't actually fighting me. He didn't hit me.
Man, get off me. Kind of shoves you off and goes to the bar.
Again.
All right. Well, everything starts to simmer down, and the crowd kind of goes back to normal. What do you guys do?
Drink.
I'm gonna go join Sergeant's table.
Okay.
With a drink and be like, "Hey, what'd you notice while that was going on?" We're trying to kind of observe the crowd here.
I can tell you from earlier on, I didn't see anything going weird. No slip up, no one acting weird, but I mean, we are a few hours late to the party here, right? When we're supposed to meet our contact.
What's the plan here, Sarge?
Well, I guess I got to go give one of those boys my money for, well, losing the bet, apparently.
Brutal.
So, while you guys are discussing that, I think it was Cruz, or no, it was Tagar. It was Tagar that I think Weaver messaged. It was Tagar or Cruz. It was one of you two. So you guys get like another like message from Weaver, and it seems she's getting a little more agitated. It's kind of like, what the fuck is taking so long? Did you find this guy or what?
I think it was Tagar, because I don't think I got messages from Weaver.
Well, fuck it.
Oh,
She sends it to
we're-
both of you. She's like, hello,
Yeah,
anybody?
I'll answer.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on, man?
I don't know, like, they had us running around the countryside with this rando, and now we're at the bar, and nobody here's paying
What?
attention.
You just got to the bar now.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? I'm sitting here with UPP all
he's
over
the
this
one in
fucking
charge
shit.
here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Jesus Christ. And you hear something slam in the cockpit and she cuts the call.
All right, you're gonna start explaining yourself, because they want results, and you're not providing them.
Listen, I'm not the one that took us on a 2-hour, express, what do you call it,
I mean, you're responsible for them.
am I?
I mean, I'm not.
Literally, yes, you are.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of not getting a little sightseeing in? I think it's important, get the layout of the land, so when we figure out where this contact says the android is, or the synthetic, we can actually get there relatively quick.
What are we doing now? Because I see a bunch of our guys just drinking and not helping anything.
I'm gonna take another look around the bar to see if I see anything.
Nothing's changed. A couple people come in, a couple people come out, but it's getting back to normal now. There's a couple more dancers now that it's later, that are making their way around some of the tables and stuff like that, but other than that, not a whole lot.
You think of any details of, what we're supposed to be looking for?
Well, we're supposed to meet the contact here. I mean, we are a few hours late, so God only knows.
They didn't give us anything. Hair
Yeah,
color.
there's no detail of who they are exactly, what they look like. Just that we were supposed to
Code
meet.
word. Like,
Nothing.
All of you can give me a, what would this be? What the fuck? There we go. All of you can give me a straight wits roll.
Right.
I'm smart.
Someone is.
Same.
Well, most of you are, actually. Okay.
Cruz, not so much.
And this makes sense, because Cruz is the new guy, actually. So, all of you, because you've worked, or you've been part of first section for a little while at least, you guys know that this is kind of par for the course from Lieutenant Casados. She usually doesn't go into a whole lot of detail unless you ask her, and she kind of lets you guys do your own thing. You're still not sure if it's because she wants you to figure it out yourself and like big boys and put on your big boy pants, or if it's because she's like a terrible lieutenant. You suspect it might be a combination of both. But yeah, this is par for the course. Like, yeah, go find.
I assume that.
go find the dude. Oh, thanks. Cool. Yeah, so I'll just point that out. You guys all kind of realize that.
So, question, I guess, about the universe. Would people still, like, send, like, things on, transports, like mail or things they want to send out to people on the frontier if they know they have family out there?
They might. I mean, you'd probably be sending...
Yeah.
Most of your mail's probably like a digital message that goes through the network, but
Right,
that
but you
still
want to
can
send,
take
like,
time.
physical things.
Well, yeah, you can still send
Yeah.
physical packages and shit, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's
Well,
some
what if
cookies
I-
from home.
What if I told
Yeah.
Sergeant to just go around with like a thumbtack and just start poking people?
Yeah.
I wait for the bartender's attention.
Yeah, you've got it. You're at the bar.
Was it a man, woman, or?
Yeah, it's a man. What can I get you?
Hey, no, look, bud. A few hours ago, was there anybody here that don't come here very often? Maybe even asked you if you seen anybody, like they were looking for somebody or waiting for anybody. When things were more quiet.
Give me a manipulation test.
Fuck.
It will be opposed.
Hey, one success is
Hey,
good.
man, that stress is coming on strong.
Do you want to push?
Yeah.
And the reason I'm making you do this is because you're...
let's get some progress here. Yeah.
The reason I'm making you do this is because you're an outsider, so this guy doesn't recognize you, you know?
Okay, fair enough.
He's like, no, not really. You get the sense he's not, like, lying or anything. You know, he maybe hesitates for a second, then he's like, no, typical crowd tonight, you know? Well, other than you guys. But it happens from time to time.
Thanks.
Yeah, you want anything to drink? Got some pretty
I
good
think I
whiskey.
had enough.
All right.
I think I had enough. Thanks.
All right.
But,
Well,
let's throw over to the Sarge.
at this point, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cruz. I'll let you
Yeah,
do something
oh.
before they continue.
I was also gonna go up to the bartender, like, hey, yeah, I'm new to this colony. We just landed. Someone gave me a package to deliver to someone on this colony, but I don't know where they live. Do you guys have like a post office or someone who sorts mail and shit I can go talk to?
He's like, yeah, there's a postmaster, and he'll
Okay.
tell you where it's at. It's somewhere in this area, you know, where the living quarters are.
Okay. Like, do you think he's still open right now?
Oh no, they use like normal office hours, man.
Gotcha. Yeah. Shit. I mean, if you know, can you tell me where like a Morgan Hank lives?
Give me a manipulation test.
Okay, I have okay empathy.
Well, that's right. You're not a soulless monster like some of these other people. So.
But apparently I suck shit.
I mean,
Push.
Hey.
Oh, man!
Talking about
You like slide him like a quarter. Like, come on, tell me where
quarter.
yeah, it's like
the 1950s. Buy yourself something nice at the candy shop, son.
it's like that episode of Beavis and Butthead where they photocopy the money and they're fucking sliding photocopied coins over. Like, come on, yeah.
So if I have any stunts available,
You sure do.
sweet. Your opponent does more than you asked for, giving you more useful information. Details are up to the GM.
All right. Well, this is actually clever of you, so I dig this. So he goes, he's like, yeah, they're open in the, they open in the morning, but I'll tell you what, it'd be kind of weird telling you where he lives since I don't really know you. But
That's very
if you want, I'll send him a message and see if he's still up. Maybe I can get him to come out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He's usually here, but he was here earlier tonight, but probably called it a night already.
Yeah, makes sense. I got dragged around by Earl, lovable guy. Also has great tots.
Oh yeah, Bertha's tots are pretty damn good. And he's like,
yeah.
what was your name, by the way? Who should I tell him? Ask him?
George.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Did you got a last name, George?
Yeah, George Lopez.
George Lopez. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. Give me a minute. And he goes and makes some sort of call.
Hey, George Lopez.
Yeah. You guys give Weaver shit for listening to music that they're probably actually still listening to in the Alien universe, but this guy comes up with fucking a comedian, from just as old ago. I don't see any comedy clubs here on Azura Colony.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm going to start one.
Oh boy.
I have all of his acts memorized. I just steal all of his hundreds of years ago.
So yeah, he makes a call, and he's like, he comes back and he says, "Okay, yeah," he said he'll swing on by.
Okay, great.
So
Yeah, I'll just be over that table over there.
all right, sure thing. At that point, as you sit down and Herschel sits down with you, he's like, "That was a great idea."
Thanks.
And as you guys are about to start talking, the door opens and you see Weaver come stomping in.
No.
And she does not look happy. She sees Schmidt and Tagar, or the group where Schmidt is, and she comes stomping over, and she sits down, and she makes an audible slamming noise when she sits down to get your guys' attention, and she sits down like this, behind one of you guys, looking over your shoulder. It's like, "Hey fellas."
Hey, you want a
We're in
beer?
the doghouse now, Sarge.
It's like, "No, I don't want a beer. I want a shower, and I want to take a fucking nap. But instead, I've been stuck in a goddamn shuttle all day with UPP crawling all over the fuck." And she keeps her voice low. She's like, "With fucking UPP crawling all over the place, you guys are dicking around eating tots? You fucking kidding me?"
Hey, talk to him. He's the one in charge here.
They're really good tots.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bucket for 100.
She shoots you a look, O'Connell, that is just pure venom.
So at this point, would I sit down, or would I already be sitting down?
Well, I assumed you and Herschel were kind of at a different table.
Yeah.
But I think when he sees Weaver come in, he'll probably get up to go see what's going on,
Yeah.
So yeah, you two go over there too. And he's like, "Hello." And then he stops for a second. He's like, "Linda." And she's like, she looks at the two of you like, "What the fuck?" Oh, and then she remembers. She's like, "Oh, hi, George," and whatever the fuck Herschel's code name is.
Hey, guys, I just want to give you an update.
Oh,
We'll be here.
quick side note. Remember we talked about how in universe the line of androids of Herschel was going to be Mr. Clean's first name?
Yeah.
You are never going to guess what Mr. Clean, supposedly, according to the internet, what Mr. Clean's actual first name is.
George.
Veritably.
His first name is Veritably?
Apparently, the story goes that back in the day, whoever the fuck makes Mr. Clean products had a competition to give him a first name, and that's the one that won. So his name is Veritably Clean.
Okay, that's gonna be some kind of joke.
Maybe that's his alias.
Yeah.
So I guess the line of androids are the Veritably line.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry. That felt important.
Very nice. So just an update, guys. The target will be here soon. I was able to find out someone who knew him and get him to call him here. We're just gonna be at that table. Maybe someone who else, you, point to our CO, maybe want to sit with me and discuss the, mission parameters, right?
Or you could just sit here. It's not like the guy doesn't know you're over here, right?
Yeah, I feel like him sitting down
I'm
at
gonna
a
turn to
table with
Weaver.
7 people.
I'm gonna turn to Weaver and just be like, "Could we knock him down a couple ranks?"
What are you talking about? She's like, he outranks me. She's only a Lance Corporal.
Okay.
I mean, she sometimes doesn't act like it because she's been around a while, and most people don't give her shit because she flies the plane. But she's like, what? She looks at you, Cruz, and she's like, "What do you mean he's coming here? I thought you guys just been dicking around the whole time."
How dare you? I take my job very seriously.
Me and Cruz have been working here.
Thank you. Thank you.
She, like, puts her hand up to you, Tagar, and she's like, rookie, speak.
Yeah, he's coming here. I
Yeah,
talked to the bartender. He knows him. I told him a story of me having something to deliver to him, and he said he could get him to come here and pick it up. So I'm going to talk to him.
and she kind of looks to Herschel almost like, really? And Herschel's like, yes, George here. And he kind of gives you a wink. He's like,
Wink.
George here was quite effective at getting the information from the bartender. And then Weaver turns and looks at the other three of you like, are you fucking kidding me? All this time,
Yep.
and the rookie just asks,
Guess who the rookie's cousin is?
No, we don't need to discuss
it's
that.
De La Cruz.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah, read a
We
book.
the only ones that didn't know?
Read a book sometime. And then she turns to the bartender. She's like, I need a drink.
Yeah. Take a seat here, Weaver. I'll buy you a room. You can shower and shit while we get things settled up.
She doesn't really acknowledge you. She just starts pounding the drink down. She's like, another. So as this is going on, maybe 20 minutes or so go by. Eventually, guy shows up. He's kind of looking around a little bit. And you see he goes up to the bar. He's talking to the bartender. The bartender kind of points over in your guys' direction. And you see a man who looks like he's probably in his late 50s to early 60s. He is mostly clean shaven. He's got a bit of stubble, especially like goatee, but he's mostly shaven. Face is very worn, very craggy, and it looks like he's got like a big scar from like his eyebrow running across the bridge of his nose, like down. I'm going to hit you with some mortuary terms here. The nasolabial fold of his face. That's
Nice.
restorative art. There's a big like scar that runs down there, almost like the top of his lip. And he's got relatively short, pretty much grayed hair at this point. Very piercing blue eyes. And when you guys see him, now that you see him, you're like, oh yeah, he looks like he's retired military. This is the man that you see.
Oh, God.
Terrifying,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah, it's like he's got some scar tissue on the right side of the face, too. It's hard to see in this picture, though, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so he turns and he looks at you guys and he starts walking in your direction towards, your table that we'll assume you guys are sitting at. Weaver stays up at the bar.
You got like a seat for him available?
Yeah, I imagine you would.
Yeah.
We'll say Herschel's sitting with Weaver right now as well.
Okay.
So he steps on over, and he says, "One of you, George?"
Yeah. Hi, that's me. You want to take a seat?
No, I want to know what the fuck you want.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. We were trying to meet you a few hours earlier, I think, for a meeting, but we got way late.
He just has his arms crossed, and so he's waiting for more. He doesn't say anything.
Is there like a phrase we would know as military to kind of like slip into a conversation with a retired military to let them know where they kind of like...
There might be, but I don't know if Cruz would know something like that since he's new. So why don't you give me a... Probably wits. That's like an intelligence-based thing. Or survival. I'll let you do survival. You maybe pick something up in training or something.
No, I don't have any skills in survival, so we'll just do fucking flat wits, baby. Only 2 dice.
Ooh,
Oh, my cousin taught me a little bit.
Rookie's been paying attention. I like this. Dude, you're gonna become the unsung hero, man. I can feel it.
Great. As long as I don't die or make a stupid mistake.
When you're lost in the dark, seek out Cruz. Yeah, you know something that would... It might not be the exact, like, thing you're trying to convey, but it would at least let him know, like, you're military.
Yeah. So I'd kind of like thread that in the conversation. Like, yeah, come on, just have a seat. we have some things we want to discuss, maybe a little bit privately. And you standing like that doesn't make it look good.
He takes a look at you guys for a moment, kind of looks down at the chair, and then he pulls it out, turns it around backwards, and he sits with his arms on the top of the chair facing you guys. He's like, all right. So you're UA?
You guessed
Got that right.
Right?
So you guys got my message.
We did.
Yep.
And we're here to, pick up the cargo.
He's like, what squad you with? What section? What MAU? What's your designation? Oh, nobody knows!
We're Kilo Company.
We're part of Kilo.
second,
Yeah, I was about to say Kilo.
Kilo Company, that's right.
second squad.
Fire teams 1 and 2.
You guys remember the overall battalion you were with? I think it's listed in the journal entry I gave you guys that has,
I should.
Like I'm in ROTC all over again.
I think.
Yeah.
Let me check.
The Gunfighters, 33rd Mal.
That's it. All right. That's pretty good. You remember most of it, so.
I was looking at the document you gave us.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But like, if you were just like, I'm part of Kilo Company, he'd be like, there could be like 100 Kilo companies in the military.
4,000 Kilo
Yeah.
companies.
So, yeah, you tell him that, and he's like, all right. He's like, Morgan, and he tells you the designation that he used to be part of. He says, yeah, there's, he gets all your guys' actual names, we'll say. He says, yeah, so, UPP droid came in a couple days ago and wanted to get off planet. She claims that she was just going to try to sneak off world herself, but the UPP caught wind of her hightailing it. They came and took over the place, locked down the spaceport. Well, I shouldn't say locked down, but they brought in a presence. No idea where the fuck they came from. There's no UPP bases here or anything like that. So, well, so I thought. Anyway, she somehow heard about me. One night I'm in here, all of a sudden there's this pretty blonde, and, yeah, she thinks I can help. So, not that I really want to get involved in any of this shit anymore, but, considering all the things happening out here on the frontier and after what happened to Fort Nebraska, so figured it might be worth the UA's interest. Said she's got some dirt on the UPP that Command would be very interested in. She's been pretty tight-lipped, but, well, there's UPP crawling all over the place. There's got to be some legitimacy to it.
Right.
So where can we find the synth?
Got her hidden right now.
We should probably call her just, her the blonde woman and not specifically the synth, right?
She going by an actual name that we can call her.
Mishka.
Okay. She should not go by Mishka with the UPP around, but...
Well, once she got a hold of me, I'm one of the only people she's really been talking to.
But you got her held up at your house or something right now?
Not at my house. Come on, are you stupid? I got a place.
Where is she?
I'll tell you in due time. All right, like to have a plan exactly. What's the plan here?
We got a few crates with some empty spaces for hiding cargo. we might be able to squeeze her into, get her off world.
You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to fit her. It's way too small to fit a person.
And I assume when we leave, UPP would check our ship. The ongoing cargo.
Well, that's yeah. So, like I said, they haven't really locked down the spaceport. It's weird. I've never seen the UPP or heard of them acting the way they are. You know, most of the time they come in guns blazing, you know, shoot a couple people, make some examples, tighten the noose, and, you know, everybody falls in line. But, well, these guys, they rolled up in a single transport, right? You know, they made a show of force, but they didn't start just shooting people. They went right to the top, you know, talked to the colonial administrator, and they've got one squad out on the landing pad checking all the ships that have come and gone. And they've got another squad that's been patrolling, you know, kind of going from place to place. You know, hasn't gotten to, like, kicking down doors yet, but I can tell they're getting bored and or angsty. And they got fucking MSS agents all over the place. At least, I'm pretty sure they're MSS agents. Who else would they fucking be? Suits with UPP? They're MSS for sure.
But other than that, it's 2 armed squads. That's the whole force?
Yeah. But
We should not be starting a fight.
No, I'm not suggesting that, but that's still a small detail. A small enough detail that could get distracted pretty easily.
He's like, yeah, but you gotta worry about the MSS agents too. I don't know which. You know much about MSS?
No.
I'm an expert. I don't know. Can I roll for it? I want to know stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
What would we roll to know about MS?
This will be wits too. This is intelligence, I think, is good.
I'm just gonna fail that.
Okay.
With only 2, he's a rookie. He wouldn't know.
All right.
Damn. All right. Damn. Everybody's kind of crushing it.
So if you pass,
The enemy.
you know that MSS are basically like the KGB of the UPP, or like the CIA of the UPP. They're agents, counterintelligence, covert ops, black projects, things like that. But they have a very nasty reputation. And, you know, because they're agents, like, they know how to fight. They're not pushovers. You know, they're not always, like, armed maybe as heavily as, like, a troop squad, but they know how to fight.
You know where we could get our hands on any kind of explosives? I mean, there's a mining colony in it.
Yeah, we got blasting charges and things like that. Why?
What if we, like I said, we distracted the detail on the spaceport, made something go boom, snuck her out when they go check it out.
We could get her an extra uniform.
What exactly are you planning on blowing up?
Open to suggestions.
Well, I wouldn't want you to see it damage anything at the spaceport. That's just going to cause problems. Plus, you know, you're gonna have a distraction right where you're trying to get away from.
Where they set up base?
Like, they really haven't. You know, they've I mean, they go back to their transport, it seems like, which is over in the cargo area. But you know, they've got a couple agents here and there. They've been moving around in small groups of 2 or 3. They got
You could spread false intel that maybe there's been sightings of a woman matching Nishka's description at the abandoned mine. Set it to blow when they go investigate. Blow it. Should get enough attention over there. Won't damage anything with the mining operation either.
Yeah, it could work. He's like,
What do you think, Saj?
I was kind of thinking something similar, but just not explosive. Just you and Tagar going at it again. But
I don't know, Sarge.
Yeah, yeah.
Next time it's gonna be me and you.
Oh, sorry. What was that, Tagar?
Next time it's gonna be me and you.
Guys, let's bring it down a notch.
That's your CO you're talking to.
Morgan
We'll
says,
see.
she's probably going to want to meet you guys before she agrees to anything. She seems pretty scared, and rightfully so with UPP, I can only imagine, Not that I'm, the biggest fan of synths, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little, special friend of our own that might make her feel a little bit more comfortable.
He's like, what, you got a synth? Want to use a synth?
Yep. And yeah, I kind of shrug my head over to the bar.
He looks over. He nods. All right.
So, is there somewhere maybe, once we leave the spaceport, we can pick her up from somewhere else on the planet? She's able to, escape the area?
Spaceport's only off this route, friend.
Right. But once we leave the spaceport, we can go to some other place on the planet, right?
Well, I mean, there's no other colonies. The rest of the planet is fairly uninhabited.
Yeah. So let's say, she escapes out to some plane or whatever, a few kilometers out. We leave the spaceport, go into the sky, and then loop back around to pick her up.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if the UPP got other troops in the area or where the fuck they came from.
Right.
Could have a ship in the orbit for all we know.
Right, well. But once we get out of the spaceport, it's not like they're going to search us.
Actually, he wouldn't say they have a ship in orbit because... no, he wouldn't say that.
Right, he probably wouldn't know. But when we were in orbit, they probably would have told us that they scanned a bigger...
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure I'm giving you the information that he actually knows. No, he would probably say, yeah, I don't know how many more UPP are at that base. But maybe she'll tell you guys.
Yeah. Is there somewhere we can maybe procure a cargo container we can retrofit with a false bottom?
Yeah, maybe. He's like, tell you what, why don't I get in touch with you guys tomorrow, and I'll let her know you guys are here, and then we can set a place up to meet.
Okay. Is there
When you thinking, I would love to get some tater tots again. Just thinking about those all day.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, guys.
He's like,
Not
well,
the tater tots.
probably better to wait it till night. Suppose we could do it tonight if you guys are up for it. Might take.
That'd be better. Sooner the better.
It's like, all right.
Well, us leaving only a few hours after we got here would look really suspicious, wouldn't it?
No, we're just doing our job. We got another route to go to,
He's just talking about setting up a meeting between you and her.
Oh, okay, yeah. A meeting, yeah, sure.
He's like, all right.
With the Sarge on that, though, us hanging around probably looks more suspicious.
He's like, all right.
Truckers want to stay and have a little fun, right?
I mean, hey man, I've never been a trucker. You're probably right too.
He says, okay, he gives you guys or he gets your, one of your radio contacts or frequencies or something like that. He's like, I'll be in touch in about an hour, and we'll go from there.
All right, appreciate the help.
So do we actually have a place to stay tonight, or do we still need to find one, right?
Still need to find one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask him, where would you recommend we stay? Somewhere probably closer to you guys than further away in case anything happens.
Well, there's only one place, and basically there's a hotel, or a motel, because obviously people come and visit and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not great, but it'll do the job.
Yeah, all right.
So,
Okay, we'll go there next. As long as he gives us like quick directions. Like,
Yeah, it's in this area, so. Okay. Well, do you guys do anything else here, or should we move on over to that?
I'm gonna go buy 2 shots and give one to Weaver and let her know that we gotta find a place to shower.
She says, "Great, it's about time."
Would you like a comfy bed, or would you rather sleep on the ship?
I am.
Can we just go? And she's
This is getting awkward real quick.
she just downs the shot.
You are pissing off the only person who can fly the ship.
All right. So you guys go to this hotel, get some shitty rooms, right? And eventually, about an hour later, the music changes because we're not at the bar anymore. Is this the one? No, that's not it. That's
Good bar fight music.
It's way too loud. Which? Here we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay. So, you guys get the message from Morgan, and he tells you like a old abandoned warehouse that's basically like here-ish on the map. And he's like, we'll meet you guys there. So, gives you some directions. You guys make it out there. Would all of you please give me a observation roll?
What? I'm a little upset. That die should be a 6 right there.
You're telling the dice to be a 6? You piece of shit. Ah, god damn it.
All right. You don't encounter any trouble on the way there. You don't see any UPP or MSS. And eventually you get to this district that's a couple old abandoned warehouses or maybe factories of some sort. You find the building that Morgan tells you to meet him at. It's old, dilapidated structure, probably 2-3 stories. Big, old, like garage door style door on the front. Everything's rusted, windows are busted out. Old equipment inside, conveyor belt of some sort, like assembly line type thing. Rusted and hasn't been used in a while. Lots of stuff in here, though, to take cover. And,
I'll say.
I'll pull up my motion tracker, and what do I see?
you see there is, you get one blip.
I
Shoot
only
it.
see
Shoot it.
one blip,
Obviously.
guys.
Also, make a power
Shoot
roll
that
for your...
direction.
Yeah.
What did you shoot in that direction? Is that what you said?
And just shoot.
Just
blindly
open
in that
fire,
direction.
lob a grenade in that general area.
It's suppressing fire.
On the way there, I'm gonna
Fire in the
run
hole.
my Lucky Rabbit foot. By the way,
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Do you guys proceed?
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Do we
Um,
notice anyone following us?
No.
Okay.
O'Connell's gonna quietly look at the Sarge and be like do motions like he's gonna fan out, and fans out quietly. Starts sneaking.
Give me a mobility roll.
Finally, things I'm good at.
Hey.
Laugh. I got no success.
Ooh, not a good
Yeah. Bam, bam, crack, smash. Yeah, no, you disappear into the darkness, around the side. You take some cover as you're making your way through some of this rubble and destroyed machinery. The other three of you proceed, I assume, towards the blip.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. It's a xenomorph. You're all dead.
But I have a melee weapon. I defend myself.
Nice.
We beat the game.
Well, they die, but you live. Nice.
Great.
Good job.
Live
I
on
told you
top of
Cruz
the
was going to be the hero of this story.
Hey, I'm
Somehow.
not there. I'm sneaking.
Yeah.
I'm
O'Connell
watching
just
you all
watched
die.
Oh God, save us! I know you're up there in that area.
I'm a secret cultist. Like they've ascended.
Yes. Yes.
The
Okay.
betrayal.
Dude, he was the hidden bad guy the whole time.
Yeah.
So, you guys make your way
Not again.
through the darkness, and eventually, Morgan turns the corner, and he sees the three of you. Doesn't seem to notice that where O'Connell is at, and he says, "All right, this way." And he brings you around, basically into a old, broken down office, and he kind of knocks on the door frame when he comes by, and you hear him. He kind of lowers his voice, but he's like, "They're here. You can come out now." And you see, stepping out of the shadows, hiding like in a corner, out of sight, you see this woman.
Mrs. Clean.
No, it's not. It is not Mrs. Clean. I gotta find her artwork though. Okay, so you see a woman step out, a Caucasian woman. She has kind of a bleach blonde hair that's in like a very short cut bob, and then it's got just the hairline is just even. You know, her bangs are cut even across her forehead, and she's looks like she's got like a raincoat hoodie, basically. Kind of over her to obviously try to keep her hidden. Dark clothing. Other than that, kind of unremarkable. And this is the woman that you see as she steps out. She says, "Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Mishka."
Pleasure to meet you, Mishka. I heard you got
Hello.
some information for us. Then you want to talk to us a little bit about it first?
She looks over the group of you. She says, "You can tell your friend he can come out from hiding. It's just myself and the lieutenant."
I'm sure I heard that. So
Probably. Yeah, I mean, she's not loud, but there's no one else saying anything, so you probably hear it.
yeah, I return back with my service guns out though, but I return back in a non-threatening way.
You have a light step, soldier.
I give her a nod.
Well,
So,
where should I begin?
how damning is this information that you have?
I know quite a bit about several UPP black projects.
Do you know a little bit about what they entail?
I do. I was actually included in one of them, in a manner of speaking.
And then
Why-
this... Nope, go ahead, Cruz.
Why did you leave? Why did you try to escape?
Because what the UPP are doing is horrible. Terrible things. And I do not want to be a part of it anymore.
So out of character, is that like an emotion or a feeling that normal androids can have?
I mean, you guys know that androids are normally supposed to be obedient for whatever their program is designed for. But
Right.
you do also know that there are androids, such as her, that look like a human and can very much emulate and act like a human. And we just saw last session, Herschel was kind of displaying some human emotions to a degree when you were talking to him, Cruz. So, it's hard to say because you guys aren't experts on androids. You know,
Right.
You don't know what her programming is meant to be. You know, do synths have a conscience? You know, that's kind of up for debate. I mean, you know, like Herschel, he's supposedly programmed to like protect you guys and protect a fellow Marine. So if there was harm coming to them in some way, he would in theory try to interject and protect you guys or help you. So I mean, you don't know enough about her or what she's been through or the UPP to know a definitive answer to that.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on how we can get you on our ship? We have an idea, but it can get pretty nasty pretty quick.
I suppose that depends on the type of ship you have.
I'll go into a small detail of our ship and how big it is, cargo-wise.
Are you referring to the shuttle or the Tambatam?
Or the shuttle.
She, this whole time she has a very, like, just a minor little, like, smile on her face, like, just very pleasant. She says, I find it hard to believe that, you've made it here on a simple shuttle, Sergeant.
There are some things that we also need to keep to ourselves until the time's right, you know?
Well, if you cannot guarantee my safety or escape off this planet, then unfortunately I won't be able to divulge any more information.
Oh, we can guarantee your safety. We just need to make sure we can get off the planet, guaranteed, without you being noticed.
She looks over to the other three of you, almost kind of questioning what the sergeant is saying without actually saying anything. You can see it in her eyes.
Are they watching the roads, lady? Out of town, out of the colony.
Well, I've been in hiding since I got in touch with the lieutenant here, so I'm not really privy to what the UPP is doing. I can tell you how many of them there are, although I don't know how many are here in the colony.
They have a base
they
here, right?
They would all recognize your face pretty quickly.
Yes. And yes, to you, Private, as well.
Are you implying that there's...
Cruz.
Are you implying that there's more in orbit?
No.
You said that you know how many is on the colony. Or you don't know how many is on the colony, but you know the total amount.
Well, correct. I know how many are stationed at the base. I don't know how many they've sent to search for me.
Okay, understood.
Where is
Yeah.
the base?
It looks like she thinks about that for a second. It's within driving distance. It's hidden. That's why the colony didn't know about it. It's a secret research lab the UPP has had set up here for some time.
And you have basically access to the records and things that they were doing at that lab since you worked there?
I would not like to use the term work, as that would indicate something that I was willing to be part of. But for lack of a better term, yes.
Okay.
We have a potential target.
That's
We have
Not
two
the
options
mission,
that we
right?
can now.
This whole time, she's just been standing very still. She has her hands folded in front of her. She's standing up. She hasn't taken a seat or anything.
So she gives off like the appearance and the physicality of like an android synth.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Or just a very, very polite, quaint, quiet individual. her hair's probably not as perfect as in this picture because she's been on the run for a couple days.
Right. But she has a lot of free time. Maybe she just brushes it constantly.
She doesn't have a brush, bro.
She could make one, right? I don't know.
All right, so we've got information about how many there are on the enemy side and the location of the enemy. We have 2 plans so far. We could probably try the rookie's idea out first, since it's a little less risky. See if they're watching the roads. We could even test it out, honestly. We could go without her first and see if we get stopped.
Yeah, we could drop one of us off, or 2 or 3 of us, out in the distance.
Morgan chimes in. They came in on one of those ox transports, the whole squad. Well, the whole lot of them. So, those things can fit 20, 30 guys. Full platoon if you need to. So, it's one of them big-ass, slow ones.
Do you remember which, direction they came in from? We want to go in the opposite direction.
I wasn't privy to that. No, I don't know.
Well, Mishka, for our plan to work, we want to choose the opposite direction that the base is in, right? So.
Well, I suppose that depends what your plan is.
We have 2. One plan is we smuggle you out of the colony into sort of the area outside, a few kilometers. And then once our shuttle leaves the landing pad after being searched, we go up and then we loop around and pick you up outside the colony. And then leave.
Excuse me.
One plan.
Alternative, we bomb the base, escape at the spaceport while they're distracted.
I don't think you would want to have your ship bomb the base.
Was our ship searched on the way here?
Your shuttle was when you guys landed,
shuttle.
But they were they basically just kind of took a look around. Okay, there's no android named Mishka in your manifest. Cool.
Did they interview us as a crew?
Vaguely. But it
count us as a crew.
Yeah, they counted you. They looked over your papers. So, I mean, you guys didn't put the papers together, but it seems like whoever did, at least put something relatively.
Did they examine our cargo?
They looked at it. They opened it up, but
they didn't dig heavily. Into
no,
it.
and again because like your containers couldn't fit. Also, you guys were incoming, so.
Right. Why would she be on the...
They're probably... That's your guess, yeah. But she would say, after she says, I wouldn't recommend that your ship bombs the research station. I imagine there's things there the UA would want to get their hands on.
No, I'm not suggesting we do it by air. This would be a reconnaissance type mission. And not necessarily the base. We could try... we could see if maybe the abandoned quarry is a better option. I think
they would know.
Would definitely get their attention.
We left with more people than we started with, than we showed up with. Like if we were to disguise her somehow as part of the crew.
Like the idea of shaving your head.
Also, for what it's worth, I would prefer not to have to make multiple moves to get off this base. That would give them more chances to intercept us.
Another idea is we get some kind of cargo container we can hide you in. Maybe fashion a rudimentary false bottom and then fill it with whatever cargo we can.
Do you, excuse my ignorance, but do you have to breathe? Can you be submerged?
I can. As a synthetic, I do not require breath in the way that a human does.
Kegs of beer are pretty big.
Androids have joints, not like us. They can get down pretty quiet, pretty snug.
Maybe we should watch tomorrow how they kind of check outgoing ships. See what kind of things we have to prepare against.
If
We
it's,
leave with if we
like-
leave with a couple barrels of alcohol, you know, that would be a normal crew
Yeah.
behavior.
But they might, I don't know, they might scan it. Like how if they could see it. Maybe it's some kind of like X-ray or metal detector. Or they've got like,
Well, the metal detector I don't think would work because the keg is like made out of metal, so I think we were fine there.
Yeah, I don't know if X-rays would work or anything like that either. Going
guys,
through.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm obviously not the science guy. I'm just posting some worries we need to be aware of.
dude, I never worked for TSA. This is out of my wheelhouse. Okay.
Listen, I didn't get
2
paid.
points in contact. Okay, you gotta
Got it.
trust me.
The one time we need the TSA and they're nowhere to be seen. God damn it.
Yeah, maybe we should spend tomorrow just kind of observing how they do, exiting Cruz.
Yeah, we got all day tomorrow. We're not gonna probably want to make any moves until nighttime, anyways.
Right,
Yeah, Cruz is right.
and then we can come up with like a plan. Something.
Morgan
Something smart.
Morgan can basically tell you guys how they're. He would
Oh.
he would say like he's seen how they kind of deal with ships that go in and out, and for the most part it seems like they're more focused on ships that are leaving.
Right.
Right.
And while you guys are discussing this, Mishka says, "If it wouldn't be too much trouble, I would appreciate a guarantee from whoever your commanding officer is. Once I have that, then I would be willing to divulge more information that may help you or your commanding officer make a decision."
My head looks to Schmidt.
Yeah, like all of ours kind of.
Just snap.
You can tell she is not referring to Schmidt. She is referring to whoever's in charge of you, all of you. You don't have to make a roll. You can tell just by the way she looked at you guys when Schmidt made a suggestion. She kind of looked at you guys like, is this legit or not? That she's looking for a guarantee above just you guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and get on comms with Lieutenant Casatos, I think that's his name, right?
Casados.
Casatos.
My man.
Yeah, eventually you guys get patched through. This is Casados. Talk, Schmidt. What's going on down there?
We made contact with the synth. They want to make sure they have a 100% guarantee getting out of here.
It's like patch her through.
Will do.
And basically, to spare you guys me role-playing with myself, there's a small exchange where Mishka continues to be rather vague but direct in saying she wants a guarantee, and then she'll give information. Casados is kind of like, what kind of information do you have? I need something. So there's a little bit of back and forth with that. And then eventually Casados is like, all right. She's like, we're going to need to get into that base and find out what these UPP bastards were up to. She's like, Mishka, you help my guys get into that base, get whatever it is that's in there, any intel, you give them whatever information you can. You got your ticket off this rock. She's like, you have my word as lieutenant in the Marine Corps. And Misha goes, very well, Lieutenant. I believe we have terms. And then she turns back to all of you with that same pleasant smile. And she says, well, shall we begin or shall we maybe continue this conversation tomorrow?
Sarge, I want to make sure that we're clear with Casados. We were told not to engage the UPP if we can.
you know, it's
We're
gonna ask
infiltrating
him
a
that.
base. That's fucking impossible, right?
That was Casado's order to you.
Yeah. Casato's orders to us was to...
Yeah, now
Lower
she's telling you something else.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to...
Listen here, Private. We're gonna go back to our cargoes. Gear up.
Keep in mind, when she gave you guys the brief, she did say, once you make contact with the synth, get back in touch with us so we can decide how we're going to proceed.
Okay.
So, basically, rather than having Mishka go over everything twice, she's basically told enough to Lieutenant Casados where Casados believes that just getting her word and information, that's all great. UA Command is going to want evidence if the stuff she's talking about is true. So she wants you guys to somehow infiltrate the base and get whatever intel you can.
Sweet.
So
we can blow it up too, right?
Afterwards.
maybe. Once we're done. So... well, I'll tell you what. I think that's a good stopping point for our break. We have a few minutes until it's halftime, but let's cut here. And you guys can decide if you want to continue the conversation with her now, or if you guys want to wait till the next day. It's totally up to you. And I'm going to go get some Dr. Pepper. And, yeah. So we'll be back in a few minutes, listeners, viewers. Ciao.
I BRB'd because I went to do stuff, so I'm gonna hang up.
Rip. Hey, sponsor us.
Yeah, would you? You mean you are indeed one of the greats. So anyway,
An actual hero.
yeah.
And as Eric said, national treasure.
So I've got a conscious shell here, which is basically bread covered in sugar. And it's not great. The bread is kind of dry.
I mean,
but,
you're not in SoCal, so
for 67 cents. Also, this came from Walmart, so I wasn't
it was
expecting.
made fresh 2 days ago, Chris. Come on, reel it in.
For 67 cents, it's pretty good. And also,
that probably wasn't even made there. It's probably shipped,
frozen
and thawed out.
We can wash it down with the coconut Dr. Pepper. So all in all,
that is an unbelievable amount of sugar.
Hey man, I get one cheat day a week, all right, and it's Saturday night.
I'm not judging you.
Saturday. Oh, I don't care if you judge me. Just go ahead. I'm just telling you the facts of life.
With the facts.
I'll bring you some good fucking baked Mexican pie.
Because we ain't fucking finding good food in Indianapolis, okay? You fucking people out there think you have pizza? Jesus Christ. It's like Sbarro. We fucking all day, we're working the con, busting our asses, and we finally go get food 3 hours later because everybody's dicking around. I'm sitting there starving. You know, Chris turns into Grump Chris real fast when he gets angry, okay? To the point where Ernie's like, Chris, does it ever stop? I'm like, no, Ernie, it doesn't. Not until I get food. We used to call it the grumpening because I would become such a grump. So anyway, we walk for blocks and blocks in the boiling heat of summer. Fucking legs are all chaffed. We've been standing all day. Our feet are killing us. We finally get inside. It's basically like a Sbarro. And this fucking guy is going on and on how this is the best pizza in the city. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You dragged me here for this? I would rather jam bamboo shoots under my fingernails than eat this vendor trash. So...
You use that, like, say, a couple times, my man. I feel like bamboo shoots under the fingernails is like a horrific torture, but obviously Sbarro
very
is like getting a
specific
kidney
one,
stone.
too.
There's also my other favorite that my friend Eric, who went to Canada, used to say, I'd rather smash my dick with a hammer. That was always a funny one, too. Sheesh. So,
wow.
Anyway, we're back, listeners. I'm going to finish stuff in my face here. But, what do you
Unless
guys...
you're from Indiana, obviously we don't care about you guys.
Hey, you know what, though? I will take Indiana any day over Florida. All right?
Damn.
I said it here. Right? Fuck you, Florida. Anyway.
It's been a while. It's been a few decades since I've been to Florida, so I couldn't say, but...
My parents are coming to visit, actually, while we're gone. To Gen Con. They're gonna
okay.
they're gonna stay at my place because they're going to some like horror convention out here. And I was like, you guys can just stay at my place. Like, you don't need to fucking waste money on a hotel. I'm not even gonna be there, so now you guys can actually see my new place, right? It all works out. But yeah, so they're probably gonna bring COVID with them, and then I'm gonna get sick again when I come back, even though they won't be here. But anyway, what do you guys want to do as far as with Mishka here?
I mean, like, setting up a plan now would be better than setting it up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I think we set up a plan now. Make sure we get our gear in order.
And then we set out tomorrow to infiltrate a UPP research base.
Wait, how far is the research base from here?
She hasn't told you yet. She said it's within driving distance.
Is it this whole map in driving distance?
Hold on, we're from America. Driving distance is like 8 hours, okay? I can get to Kentucky in less than...
I can go
Distance in one day.
halfway across the country, right?
Literally, like, what is
Like
driving distance?
I've driven from Maryland to California, so
Well,
Literally thousands of miles. of
so
driving.
if you guys decide you want to discuss this now, then she actually sits down on the edge of like some broken like a broken windowsill, and once again, she's got her legs crossed, she has her hands in her lap very politely, and she says, well, okay then, let's discuss.
All right, so where's this research base that has all the goodies we need to get out of there?
She says, wait a minute. She says the base is about 8 kilometers to the southwest of the colony. It's known as Mechtat Research Lab. It's hidden up in the mountains. Has a secret entrance topside, well hidden, well camouflaged. The entire base itself is underground. There's very simple defenses up top. And I'll put the name in the chat here.
What kind of defenses are we talking inside?
The base is guarded by a platoon of UPPA troops that are stationed topside. They have a barracks there, and they guard the checkpoint leading up to the base, along with the actual tunnel that leads into the mountain and guards the cargo elevator that leads down to the base. There is also a platoon of 24 MSS agents that are stationed in the base itself, along with 24 researchers and scientists and the base commander.
Okay, so there's essentially 2 platoons of UPP military there.
Correct.
Do you have a way to sneak us around in there with as little interaction as possible?
Unlikely. There's only one entrance into and out of the base. It's obviously
would this
well guarded and well watched over due to the sensitivity of what's inside.
would this be a good time to employ O'Connell's distraction explosion idea? Could they be pulled from the base?
Well, the way things work is the UPP troops are not allowed entrance to the base. They have little to no knowledge of what actually is being done in the actual facility. They have just been told it is a top secret research site, and their job is to guard the entrance. When you take
Once
the...
we're
beneficial
inside,
to us.
so once we're inside, we're relatively unchallenged.
No, there will
MMS.
be the whatever MMS are still there. There's a single mountain pass that leads up to the base. There's a security checkpoint that guards the entrance. Past the security checkpoint, there's a clearing. Within that clearing, there are 2 buildings. One is the barracks that the UPP troops are stationed in. The other is a garage that houses the 2 vehicles the base have. Both are 2 ox transports, ground transports. It appears they've only brought one here. I assume the other is still in the garage. The entrance, there's a door hidden in the rock that leads into a security tunnel that stretches for about 50 meters, which then leads to the cargo elevator that leads down to the base. Base itself has several labs, MSS barracks, communication center, and a variety of other things that they use. It's a fully operational base. It has 1 base commander who oversees everything, and security is very tight and heavy.
Do they receive deliveries of the supplies or equipment?
Yes, but very rarely.
When was the last one?
2 months ago.
So, would they be receiving another one soon? Or do their supplies last, 4 to 8 months?
That is something I am not privy to. Only the base commander, and I would imagine the head researchers would know anything of that nature.
Okay.
The base is rather self-sufficient. And it has emergency supplies that are estimated to last up to 6 to 8 months, should the base be cut off from reinforcements or contact with the UPP.
What about the platoons that aren't allowed inside? Where do they get supplied?
Those supplies come from the base as well.
We have an option of knocking out their comms before we make moves.
There's a single comm station inside the base, normally manned by at least 1 to 2 MSS members, communications officers. All transmissions into and out of the base have to be approved by the base commander, and the dish itself is hidden somewhere in the mountaintops. I don't know exactly where.
Now, if we had a marksman, could they just start picking off the guards at the gate? I'm gonna look at Cruz.
Unlikely. The security checkpoint that leads up the path is camouflaged into the side of the mountain. Basically, it's a machine gun bunker. There's usually 2 to 4 guards there. The roadway itself is armed with mines, which can be deactivated from inside the security bunker. Past the security bunker, you'll get further up the mountain, and you'll get to the clearing. The only thing in the clearing are the 2 buildings, the barracks and the garage, and then the door that leads into the tunnel itself. All of which are camouflaged, and unless you know where to look, you probably never find the door.
How the fuck are 4 Marines gonna get into this absolute fortress?
So you've been in and out. How would you suggest we get in?
Well,
For the information we need.
when I snuck out, I simply told the UPP soldiers it wasn't any of their business, and they believed me because I was someone from down in the base. And, well, by the time they realized I was gone, well, eventually they realized I was gone, I should say.
Do any of the researchers occasionally leave the building to maybe go out and get drinks or pursue other activities they can't do in the base?
Oh, no. The UPP doesn't allow things like that. They have a rec center down there. Barracks, things like that. Most of the researchers are pretty obsessed with what they're doing down there anyway.
Okay.
I thought our job sucked.
Our job definitely sucks. We have to somehow infiltrate this building.
Morgan says, well, there's 10 UPP troops here. There's 2 squads of 5. So that's half the UPP troops already here. As for MSS, he says there's probably at least, I would imagine, 6 to 10 here. So I think about half of them. Hard to say because they've been moving around in small groups.
In the MSS check in with base.
I am unsure of how they are doing things.
It sounds like the outfit is too small for us to try to go in with the disguises, at least.
This, the base was hidden and was very well hidden until I departed. I imagine that the base commander is still trying to keep things relatively under wraps, hence why they haven't simply started attacking the colony.
And maybe the guys outside don't really know what's going on.
Oh, I assure you the MSS agents would.
The MSS would, but the regular UPP guys who stand guard outside?
I'm unsure what they've been told.
Okay.
But if you were to attempt to infiltrate the base, now would probably be a better time than later, seeing as it seems about half of the troops are here.
Right.
Dealing with the UPP troops topside shouldn't be that difficult. They're separated. There's 2 in the tunnel, usually 2, maybe 3 in the bunker, and the rest stay at the barracks. So, if there's 10 left, and there are always, there are always 2 in the tunnel. 1 guards the inside of the entrance, 1 guards the elevator entrance. And it's a twisting tunnel, so you can't see from one end to the other.
Did you or the MSS have any kind of badge or something that you would show when you were exiting or entering the building?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of the personnel in the base have access cards that allow them to get to various points. Different researchers are assigned to different labs, so they may or may not be allowed into other labs, but the higher level personnel have more access. Base commander has full access, obviously, as does the head researcher, and I had certain privileges myself. But the UPP troops, only the sergeant of the squad has access to enter the base, and that's still very strict.
Your card's probably been deactivated, or at least flagged, so we can't use your card. So we would need to steal one from an MSS agent, or from the sergeant.
It would be advisable, yes.
How feasible would it be to pose as an MSS, as someone who is bringing her back, bringing her in?
Anyone speak UPP here?
I feel like that's a bit insensitive, saying the language is UPP, but
There's no offense taken here, Corporal.
Mishka, what is the common language of the UPP?
The majority of the UPP is Russian, but Chinese, Vietnamese, and German are also
Germans. Don't forget about the Germans.
also a good proportion of the populace. On the base, it's primarily Russian.
Anyone speak Russian?
You guys know Herschel does.
Mmm. My
Herschel
man
does.
Herschel.
And I may not speak German, but I sure can fake it. I doubt they would know the difference.
And then if you speak German the best, then I speak German the third best, which is none.
Yeah, what is this? Was it
Inglorious
Glorious Bastards?
Bastards?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Buongiorno!
And you speak third best. I don't speak any. Yeah, you're third best.
Sarge, I don't speak any Italian. Yeah, so you speak the third most.
I'm glad you got that.
Oh, what a fucking great movie.
Super good. Okay.
So we got someone that could pass with Russian. We could just speak some gobbledygook and say German. Bada bing. We're good.
We still need an access card, so we need to nab one of these MSS guys.
That's the favorite part. For me, at least.
I would
That's
suggest,
difficult.
rather than trying to apprehend anyone here and potentially raising an alarm and shooting your plan in the foot before it begins, trying to secure the card of the sergeant at the base. You could start a firefight out in the clearing. No one in the base is actually going to know what's going on. They certainly won't hear anything.
And can they communicate with the inside of the base, though?
There is a comms room in the barracks where they can receive orders from the base.
Okay. But they're only half manned, so the guy's
Half
probably
men
not
spread
spending.
apart.
Yeah, the guy's probably not spending a lot of time in the comms room. Any of you guys bring a silencer or suppressor?
I do got
Got
one
a
on my
knife.
pistol.
I've got one on me.
I was gonna say, I think somebody gave one to Herschel.
I gave one to Herschel.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
he did the sword swallowing.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, no, stop, no, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to see that.
Yes, hold on, Private. Let me get that for you.
No, you can't do that in front of me.
Hey man, he's an android. He has 0 gag reflex. Okay.
That's great to know, but that doesn't affect Cruz when he's watching a dude vomit up a suppressor.
Hey, better that than alien embryos. Am I right?
For sure. Covenant reference.
We got all sorts of references tonight.
Yeah, we're doing great. Okay.
Alright, boys. My suggestion is we do this base to get this card first. They're half-staffed, in groups, separated from each other. It's probably our best bet.
Is there anywhere we can go buy Herschel one of those black suits?
No. I mean, you might be able to find something, but you're not going to find like an exact match to what those guys are
No.
wearing.
But they don't need an exact match. I mean, it just needs to pass basically like a black suit. They got funeral suits here.
Yeah,
right?
we'll say Morgan can get you guys something. Funerals? What are you talking about here, man? We cremate everybody and blast them into space.
We are on a colony. They have a lot more personable and emotional attachment to their
That's
fellows.
true.
Did you see Hadley's Hope?
No.
Can you
Honestly,
tell
I
us
don't remember.
the level of insurance plans that would be involved in a funeral that would blast a person into space?
Do they have PPO on this planet?
We can shoot your ashes into space for anywhere between $2,000 to, I think it's 20 grand.
Damn.
Is that real?
It is an option that we actually offer.
Wait, what?
Yes.
That's
I am not shitting you. I am 100% being legit. It is something my company started offering like 2-3 years ago.
Like,
What's the
what-
20 grand
what's-
deal?
I was
Like,
gonna
you
say,
just
like,
get
what's the
further in
difference
space?
between?
You'll
What's the
get to
difference
the
between-
moon.
Are you
You
really?
only make it halfway.
I really don't want to talk about work when I'm playing Alien. I'll tell you guys after, but not while I'm playing Alien, because it triggers me, and I get this physical feeling that I want to die. So I'd rather not talk about it.
Sheesh.
Well,
I love my job.
Yeah, man, I can tell.
you sound very passionate about it,
You're
yes.
super enthusiastic.
About launching people into space.
Actually, like the best part of the job.
Yeah, we just got him back with a potato cannon.
Fuck this
I
guy.
mean, that's what they did with Hunter S. Thompson, isn't it? Shot him into space in a
Did
rocket.
Who?
Hunter S. Thompson,
I don't know who
famous writer, Fear and Loathing, Las Vegas, Donnie Jep.
All right, you know what? I don't care. I was just being nice, but I don't fucking care. So
Listen, it was courtesy. You were supposed to say, no, forget it. We would move on.
yeah, but I don't fucking care. So moving on.
Okay, so like what time is it now?
It's 11:30 at night.
Okay, I mean we could go back to our warehouse, grab our gear, and try to grab this card like tonight. You know, it's 3. You know, we get there like 3 or 4 a.m. They're tired as shit right before shift change.
You guys are gonna be tired as shit too.
True. But how much do we want to deal with Weaver's BS?
But Herschel won't be if we sleep on the way there.
Hey, you're not wrong.
Sleep on the way there. It's only going to be
8
like
kilometers.
a 30-minute drive.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes. It's like 7 miles.
That's all I need. Just power nap it.
I need to sober up. So I mean, I don't know about no power nap.
Okay, well,
Okay, so then
we might not be arming you tonight.
tomorrow, when everyone is fully sober and rested, we go nab this card,
Yeah, we'll spend the day getting our armor and our gear and
getting Herschel
planning
dressed
it
up.
out. Yeah.
Are we fully armoring up?
If we're going
gonna
into an MSS occupied base, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
All right, so no more hiding. No more hiding out here.
Because tomorrow, I think we're gonna have to do both this base and infiltrating. Because if they catch wind that a day goes by and that whole base is wiped, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, we would have to leave the day we attack the base.
Yeah, we would have to base, get in the research lab, get out.
All right.
So once we clear the base, we basically make a shot back for the ship, load Mishka on, and then we just peel out. Is there any kind of like an anti-air? I would assume a colony doesn't have anti-air guns, but I don't know what the UPP's brought down.
No, the base's primary strength is its hidden nature.
Okay, so once we load her on, just mad dash. Weaver's got to be ready to peel out, and we'll shoot back. Right? That seems like the only option, because we don't want to be here for an extended period of time after we raid their base.
No, we want to raid, get the whatever is in the research lab, and get out.
And blow it up, right?
We'll think about that.
So are you guys gonna call it a night and then do stuff the next day? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys bid farewell to Morgan and Mishka. She thanks you all and says it was nice meeting you. And he'll take her back to wherever he's hiding her. You guys go back to the motel. And I assume, what do you guys just all get ready, go to bed, and call it a night?
Yep.
Is that a Cowboy Bebop t-shirt you have on, by the way, Adam?
That is.
Fuck yeah.
That's Faye Valentine.
That's Valentine.
And Ike, right? Or Ein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the live action show?
It wasn't
Yes.
that bad.
It was so. I thought it was awesome. It was
I'm
so
pissed
good.
that they canceled it. I'm really
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
I feel like it
I
got
enjoyed it.
unjust reviews. Like it
Oh
got
yeah,
shit on
yeah.
for
No,
no
it's
reason.
it's all the same people that were like, "Oh, Silent Hill 2 is gonna suck." The remake. It's you type of people that got us not a second season of that show, because as far as live action adaptations go, it was like watching the show with live action people. It was fucking awesome.
It was good.
Casting was great.
So far, the only live action I've really enjoyed was the One Piece. But they
what
put
about
like
Last of Us?
millions of dollars into that.
Yeah, I've never watched the show.
I've,
so.
I've not seen the Last of Us TV series.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
great.
I don't have HBO, so
Oh,
it's pretty exceptional.
it's oh,
I've heard it's great, and of course,
I mean,
Pedro Pascal
it's-
is
yeah, Pedro Pascal.
It's not great. It's perfection.
okay, and that's even better.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
It's
of
like
course, I've never
almost
seen that,
one
and
to
that's-
one.
That's not an anime, so like
Yeah, two different things, but still both.
video game
weird culture.
adaptations, anime adaptations are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like
See-
the
see-
Dune movie from like 20 years ago was fun. It was really bad. but
Fucking
it was
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah. CG Rock.
With The Rock.
So
Oh,
awesome.
that's
Awesome.
great.
Okay, so you guys get back to the motel. Call it a night. Pick up the next day.
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys get some rest. We'll assume your stress is gone. So it's been long enough, all right? And you guys can reduce your stress to 0. Next day arises. What are you guys gonna do?
Smoke a cigarette.
When you guys get downstairs, Herschel is sitting at a table alone, waiting for you guys. He looks very awkward.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Chat him up. Make it feel less awkward.
Good morning,
I'm
George.
Sleep good, Herschel.
Yeah. Good morning.
It looks like he's about to like give you like the typical line, like "I'm an android, I don't need to sleep," but he goes, "I'm sure if I did sleep, I would have slept well, but well, I did enjoy. I believe you call it people watching.
Yeah.
So
O'Connell just shakes his head. It's like, you'll get it someday, Herschel.
I don't believe I will. As far as sleeping, Frank, whatever your code name is,
Frank Castle.
Yes. That is now my code name.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I just kill people.
Peter Parker. Just.
And then George Lopez, everyone's marveling. You're some fucking third-bit comedian from 400 years ago. What are you doing?
Third bit's generous.
God damn.
Come on, Lopez is great.
Yeah, he had some funny bits.
Well, I imagine we sit down with Herschel, we kind of explain the plan of what's going to be going down, give him a heads up.
Perhaps you would like to inform Weaver of this as well?
Is she even awake right now?
I definitely assumed we would have told Weaver of our plans. As
You guys just said you went to bed, so I just assume you guys went to bed. I mean, you
it's
could.
fucking fair.
Based on this squad and what you guys have done so far, that seems par for the course, right?
Now that's really on Tagar. Tagar's like the closest to her. He should have informed her.
Damn, he just threw you under the bus. You have one conversation with her.
I don't know
Apparently,
if you're
you're
gonna be
best
my buddy
friends
anymore.
Yeah.
You guys had like she literally ran into a bar with a monster to help you. Okay. I feel like you guys are a little bit closer than
Well,
friends.
Oh,
We're buds, dude.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
not the one buying shots and offering
Comrades.
her a bed.
it's true.
Okay, whoa.
Whoa.
That's just our commander abusing his power. That's not on
Hey,
me.
I'm just trying to make sure my soldiers are well taken care of.
Uh-huh.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
We need to talk to HR immediately.
Yeah, I need a
yeah.
fucking like bonus actually for the work I'm doing here.
Well, eventually she would come downstairs, and she looks a little bit more well rested now. Not quite as a mess as she was yesterday. She's just got on like basically a pair of like fatigues as far as like pants and just a like a white sleeveless shirt with the jacket like tied around her waist, and she's got her aviation sunglasses on when she comes down. And she sits down. Morning, nerds.
Morning to you too.
Morning. Did your beauty rest?
She just looks at you and gives you a middle finger. And then she salutes you with it. So, what's the story? Did you find our friend?
We got our friend. We got a plan to get him off world and secure some information.
New orders.
So we got some new orders. We're gonna be infiltrating a research facility.
Is anyone like looking at us or listening?
No,
in?
there's only a few of you here. You guys, I assume you guys are keeping it down. I'm not that bad.
Okay.
Of a dick.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's these 3 guys in black suits sitting at the table next to you. They seem to be really paying attention to what you guys are talking
They're actually
about.
sitting at our table.
Yeah. You feel a gun to the back of your head while you're talking.
Oh.
Hello, comrade.
No habla
Yeah.
Russian.
So Weaver's like, you're going into the base?
You got that right.
Yeah.
That's the orders.
Great. So
Yep,
what's the
we're
plan?
about to get airy. Well, we're gonna infiltrate the base slowly. They have about probably 10 squads or 10 squads.
10 squads?
Squads.
Sorry,
Two
sorry.
squads.
2 squads. 2 squads.
Total. Half of them
Total
are here.
10.
Man, the balls on this guy, huh? 10 squads. Damn. Okay.
So, as far as we're aware, they're pretty spread apart. We can probably easily pick them off. Get in access to the research facility, get what we need, and get the hell out of here.
All right.
So, we need you to be ready with the ship, because we're going to be hauling ass out of here.
Okay, so what am I picking you guys up at this base? Like what? Could I have some more details?
That's going to be the plan, I believe. We're going to go ahead and have you ready. I'll let you know when we're exiting, give you enough time to shuttle over right when we get out.
Hold on. Question. Can we just leave on the ship, shuttle up, and then land near the base?
That would be too much noise, wouldn't it? Too much attention?
I don't know.
But if Weaver needs to get the shuttle airborne, she's gonna have to go through security.
Right. So
Yeah,
we
I don't think I'm just taking off from the landing pad, Sarge, in a rush, you know?
Yeah, and we're not gonna like be able to crash through the colony and run to the ship. So
Just parachute off the shuttle.
Would they not know that you leave orbit?
What do you mean?
Like if you take off and then and we all take off and then just hop over to the base.
I mean, the air traffic... Weaver says if they've... The air traffic control tower, or the spaceport tower, the spaceport tower is going to be able to track that kind of stuff. So, you know, there's ways to do it, but it's not going to be, like, fast. You know, it's not just take up and fly that way a couple clicks, you know. We're going to have to go through Atmo, you know, far side of the moon sort of thing. I can do it, it's not going to be fast.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I can set it down somewhere nearby. You know, if that's what you guys need.
What about Nishka? We not taking her with us? We not need her?
I assume we were, yeah.
Well, we have communication, so we can relay everything we have to her and Morgan. So that way they know the pickup area. That way they can at least get on board with the with Weaver here.
Well, I feel like we're forgetting. Before LT put all this bullshit on us about the base, our original difficulty was getting her on that dropship and out of here.
Right. So, you know, we maybe load up those kegs of beer, put them on, have Weaver escort them up to the ship, and then come back down later to pick us up.
If we're making multiple trips up and down to Planetside.
Well, she wouldn't be picking us up here. She'd be picking us up at the base once we're done. right?
Right.
Does that seem
'Cause-
feasible to you, Weaver?
Yeah, I can probably make it work. It's just the security at the spaceport I think we really got to worry about, you know. I can land that thing anywhere you need it to land, you know. We got rappelling ropes and stuff too if we need to do like an airborne drop. That's not a problem.
So
Um,
then,
Alright, so we're back
maybe
at
we
square
all
one where
leave.
we're trying to figure it out.
yeah, maybe we all leave. You know, we all load the cargo up. We all leave, so it looks like we're leaving the planet. She drops us off a few clicks away from the base, and then eventually Atmo's up back to our ship. And then comes back and lands sort of wherever she dropped us off. That way we get the synth back up there. We look like we're leaving atmosphere, so anyone from the control tower doesn't really think anything of it, maybe just a blip. And while she's coming back down, we're infiltrating the base, finding whatever things we need to find. This does
Good.
require some input from other players.
Do you guys
That sounds good to Weaver. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
do you guys want to at least fast forward to a point where you guys are at least, if not meeting with them, talking to Morgan and Mishka to include them in on this?
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't
we
necessarily
can
need to
do
make this
that.
decision right now at the breakfast, so
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just coffee conversation.
Yeah.
Hashing some stuff.
I'm just having a
We don't look like
Danish.
idiots in front of Morgan and Nishka, right?
I've got like a nice hipster hat on. I'm eating a Danish.
No, it's just I've Sean can attest to this. I've seen where planning the heist goes, so I know how much time it can take up. So rather than having this be like 10 different conversations, let's assume you guys meet up with Mishka and Morgan again that night, under cover of darkness again.
Yeah.
Do you guys take Weaver and Herschel with you?
Yeah. If we're gonna include both of them in this meeting, I think that would be best, right?
Yeah, because we're gonna need Weaver in on this
They're
conversation
part of the whole
anyway.
mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole party's there.
And I will have my motion scanner out.
Yeah, same thing. It's just the two of them, and you guys,
Yeah.
you guys meet at a different location this time, but
Okay.
it's still run down area. So,
Making it, we try.
so you guys meet again. You introduce Morgan to Weaver and Herschel, and your power supply drastically decreases.
That's
on
so
your-
bullshit.
Yep.
Is there somewhere I can charge this?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we're. Yeah, we're on a fucking colony. I'll just plug it in somewhere. Like, all right, fuck you guys.
All right.
Who designed this shitty equipment? Wayland Yutani? Ugh, I couldn't trust him with my life.
So you're all back together. Mishka introduces herself to Weaver and Herschel, and once again, you guys are in like a run-down old building, and Morgan says, "All right, what's the plan?" Oh, I
First
see.
things
I
first,
see you've
I
been
think
busy.
we're gonna.
Great.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and try to go with the option of getting Mishka into a keg. That way we can get her at least onto our ship. That way you have the guarantee that you're on the ship and you're gonna be taken care of. That way you don't have to worry about infiltrating the base. We just need to know also what exactly you need us to get from inside the research lab.
Well, I will be unable to communicate if I am in a keg of liquid. So.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll let you out as soon as we get in the ship and take off, but the plan is we get up there, we get you in the ship, we all take off. Weaver's going to drop us off near the base before she takes you out of orbit.
Okay.
But the only catch is we need to know exactly what we're looking for in there, since we're not going to be taking you in there with us.
All of you give me a observation test, please. And so you say that to her, and she says, so I just want to make sure I'm clear on your plan. You want all of us to get on your shuttle, and then the shuttle's going to drop the 4 of you off to infiltrate the base, and then I will be taken up to your ship in orbit.
Correct.
5 of us are. Brent Hirsch will be coming because he speaks Russian.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, I understand. And you all notice that her demeanor and attitude seems to shift a little bit more favorably, I think is the best way to describe it, when you guys explain this to her. That seems to gain her trust a little bit more, maybe, when you guys kind of lay this out, and, you know, at the mention of getting off the planet, she says, okay, I think I can work with that.
Yeah, that way you're guaranteed off planet, even if we just happen to fail this mission.
Right. And at least then...
Way to have a vote of confidence.
Well, you plan for the worst, but hope for the best, right?
Exactly.
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
I appreciate that, Sergeant, and it has been noted. I will provide you with whatever intel I can to make sure the odds of your mission are in your favor.
Correct. And anything that we are going to be needing to grab out of the lab, we need that kind of information as well.
Well, each lab has its own database. You can get any information there from any of the terminals. Also, the comms room and the... I forget what it's called. Hold on. There's the single room. The room that is the comms room is also the main server and the Ivan mainframe. So everything is backed up there. So if you can't find it in one of the labs, if you can get access to that, you should have access to just about all the research on the base.
You mentioned minimal security on the outside of the base.
Yes.
Is there anything else really inside that we should be concerned for?
In the base, as far as defenses, no, other than the MSS agents, locked doors, things like that. There's no sentry guns or anything of that nature.
You mentioned a mainframe. Can you give us the credentials and password for that so we can access it?
You'll need to get the base commanders access to that. Even I don't have access to the mainframe. UPP is not very trusting of synthetics in some regards, but I suppose I was given some special privileges, so...
Okay. I think that's all we need from that. Let's go to bar or supply store, get a keg, and let's get this modified for you.
Got a couple.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, to make a long story short, you guys don't have to make any rolls for that. We'll assume you guys get some kegs. That's no big deal. What I do need to know is how do you actually get her in a keg?
Well, I mean, we use a cutting torch. We got plenty of those.
I meant more, where do you do this?
We're doing it in this abandoned warehouse we're at.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do it in the spaceport.
Yeah. So at night, try to sneak one of the kegs. Or can we have the kegs delivered to, maybe our warehouse and sneak her to that warehouse?
Yeah, you could try that, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, easy enough to get the kegs there. It's no big deal.
Right.
But you do have to deal with the working Joes that patrol the warehouses. So, I will need you guys. Whoever has the worst mobility out of you, I'll need a group stealth test. You can take up to 3 assists, whoever makes the roll.
I roll a total of 6 dice for mobility.
Same.
7 for me.
Oof. Good.
5.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
not terrible.
Tagar, but you get 3 extra ones because we're all helping you.
Nice.
Okay, this is
It's
opposed,
opposed, so maybe not.
would you like to push?
Nah.
What? This is so important. What?
Wow.
You have no
We're just
stress.
trying to get the kegs in there, right?
No, this is
for her.
This is like to
For her?
sneak her through into the warehouse where you're gonna stuff her in a keg.
All right, I'll push it. Great, guys, great.
Wait, you got a success. No, that was
You keep
beneficial.
it together. It's technically a
So
net.
he
benefit.
panics, and you have 2 successes. Okay. I'm trying to find the character sheet for the android so I can actually make the fucking roll here. Hold on. I don't know where the hell. I don't know which
I'd be
folder.
trying to use my motion tracker to be like, all right, some bogeys over here in the northwest.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a
Roll a
power roll. Yeah. Just drain
Was
that
I able
shit
to
off.
charge it?
Probably not like in the hotel. Like, you'd probably have to like be like in a warehouse or something like that.
Yeah, I would be the one at the warehouse just charging the thing and accepting the delivery of stuff, but we'll just roll that. Again?
Their stats are on 221, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm looking for the character sheet though. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, perfect. Make sure I got the rolls set to private. And... oh, wow. You are so lucky. Their wits is so bad. Okay, yeah, apparently these great working Joe security droids. Wow. Okay, yeah, you see an opening. You kind of wait maybe once or twice as these patrols go by, and then you're able to sneak in towards the warehouse, get her inside, and yeah, you've got the keg there, so you guys can get her in the keg. That's no problem. You got some. We'll assume you guys got something big enough. You know, she, being an android, she can sit in a uncomfortable position way easier than a human can. So you guys get her inside the keg, and yeah, seems to go off without a hitch. And you've got the kegs now with all your other gear that you're gonna load up onto the transport. So
Loaded.
we'll assume you guys go and load up the transport. Do you guys do that now at night, or you wait until the next day to load the transport?
Do it now. I think it's still early in the night. We can do it now.
Okay.
Isn't that a little suspicious? Maybe we should do it like when it's most busiest.
Yeah. So try to aim for when it's most busy. It's like you said, they're going to be spread thin. They won't be able to check us as thoroughly, right?
Well, do they have the same crew for night shift as day shift?
You're not sure.
Talking to Morgan, when would like be the weakest of their crew? Like less amount of people, or
He said it's,
busiest?
there's always the 2 squads wandering around. He's not sure how they've been working out shifts.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, Sarge, it's up to you. What do you want to do? Sorry.
Pretty confident. Like, we go do it tonight.
Sicko mode.
Okay. Well, you guys head to the spaceport. The landing pad is. we'll assume Weaver and Herschel are already there, probably doing some pre-flight checks and things like that. That wouldn't be out of the ordinary. It's just the two of them. It's their ship. They can come and go. But you guys show up, and the UPP squad is there with this MSS agent. And when they see you guys bringing stuff to load up, they obviously do take notice of that. So they come over, and this time it's the MSS agent who's speaking, and he speaks fairly good English, and he asks, what you guys are up to and what you're doing. What is this?
What, do you want a beer?
No.
Come on, it's your best stuff. I had to take some with.
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, this is not my stuff. Now, what are you doing?
Just loading up some beer and get ready to go. Get on to the next delivery mission.
He kind of looks down at his wrist and he goes, a bit late to be loading up shuttle, no?
You've never left the bar with a keg?
Give me a manipulation test, Tagar.
Oh no. You guys are in trouble.
Does Adam get to... Does Adam get to add one?
No, I don't think so.
Cringe, but okay.
Why would he add
Just
one?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything.
Then definitely no. If you don't have a good reason, no. The answer is definitely no.
Give me the dice.
If you would have said, well, Adam just said something, so that's an assist, I would have accepted. But you were just like, I don't know, so no.
I'm not going to fight too hard for this because it's not my...
It's not you about to get shot.
Neck on the line,
exactly, yeah. Okay, so you panic with no successes. And he kind of raises an eyebrow at you. He says, do you have manifest? You guys would have something of that nature.
Yeah.
You show him your
Yeah,
receipts or whatever.
let me grab it.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. He starts looking it over. And he tells his guys to start taking a look at the cargo. And they start opening up the crates, and looking. And you guys get real nervous for a moment as that's happening, but it doesn't seem like they find anything. Somebody please roll me a stress die.
Schmidt.
Just a single stress dice, please. Okay. They don't seem to find the false bottoms. They don't find any of your gear. That all goes through. And then they get to these kegs. They're looking at them. They, basically start fiddling with it so they can, make sure there's actually something inside. Like there's a liquid. So they do whatever. They open it for a second, spill some of it out on the ground. Did you fill the one up that Mishka's in?
Yes.
She is submerged.
I think that was the point that she was submerged.
If she's
Not
human,
breathing.
she is drowned. Just floating at the top like...
That'd be hilarious. She's just pretending to be a...
Yeah, she gets in there, she's holding her breath, and you guys put the cover on, and she's like, okay, they're gonna let me out any second now, right?
Just floating towards the top.
Bloop, bloop.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
I guess you'll find out when you open the keg, right? So
Yeah.
that's staying committed to character right there.
Now, I don't know how it works in the future or anything, but present time you have to tap the keg.
I don't know what that means, so
Okay.
sure,
You
they
can't really open them.
You said open the keg and spill it.
What?
If you open the keg, it would
No, what I imagine, right? And this is probably because I know nothing about drinking. I imagine it's like a big fucking barrel, and there's that little faucet, and they just fucking turn it on, it pours out, and then they turn it off, right? That's what I assume.
Okay, so we'll say each keg is tapped.
That is the tap.
That is the
where you
tap?
pour it from, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of like a water cooler, sort of. Like at the office,
Like-
right? Yeah. But
Sure,
way
sure.
bigger, okay? So...
We'll go with that.
Or like, I'm imagining like the big wooden barrel. I know they're not wooden, but it's the big wooden barrel sitting on its
pouring
side.
it out. So they're popping the actual banded top off of this keg.
No. Not that.
Like, oh, great. Now we
Yeah.
gotta read.
No. I'm imagining it's the big wooden barrel on its side like this, and there's a little faucet, and they're just like, oh, turn it on, pour some beer. Okay, there's beer in there. Great, right? Except they're being dicks about just letting it pour on the fucking ground like savages.
It's under pressure.
Yeah.
So the
All right, it explodes, killing 3 of you in the process. The UPP open fire because they think they're under attack because it sounds like a gunshot.
And
One of the
because they're
bullets
now-
pierces the thing that Mishka's in. She gets shot and starts to drown because it
There's
turns
a bunch
out
of
she was a
errors
human.
alive.
What I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what I was gonna
Now,
say
and
is when they start
explode.
showing interest in the keg, O'Connell would be like, "Oh, you wanna test it? I could tap it for you and pour you some."
The one soldier like nods to you.
Grab a tap, I presume we would have gotten, put on, and then fill up a beer mug for him.
Yeah, when you hand him the whole beer mug, he looks confused, and he looks at the MSS agent who gives him like a look of daggers, like, don't you even fucking think about drinking that, you know? And then the soldier kind of like looks back at you, and you can see there's a look in his face that's kind of like, I really wish I could drink that, but I probably shouldn't because that guy's a dick. But he also he then kind of taps his foot against the next keg.
O'Connell will shrug and kind of look at the MSS agent and have a sip of the beer.
He says, "What are you waiting for?"
Wait, when we tap the other one too? We want me to tap him? Oh, come on, man.
He crosses his arms.
He shrugs and taps the other keg.
Yeah, and eventually they have you do that to all 4 of them. And he seems satisfied after that's done. And he kind of looks at you guys one last time. You get the feeling he's like a little suspicious of you, obviously. The soldiers, they don't seem that concerned. You can see one of them's looking like, man, I really wish I got that fucking keg of beer right now, or that bottle, that cup, that mug. But eventually they let you go. And the one guy that you offered the mug to, as they leave, he does kind of give you like a nod, O'Connell, you can tell it's kind of like a thanks for the offer sort of thing.
I return it.
He doesn't.
I
You
feel
don't.
bad. We should have got barrels of vodka for them.
Yeah, you don't think the guy speaks English, but he obviously kind of gets what you were trying to do. So, and yeah, they let you guys load up the shuttle, no big deal. And but I think everyone should take a point of stress after that happens, because it's a little nerve-wracking as they start going through everything. But your plan seems to have worked. Weaver's ready in the cockpit. You hear her over the speaker from the front to the back. All right, you kids all loaded up?
We're good to
Ready
go.
for takeoff.
I think so.
Yeah.
All righty.
And I will touch my bullet casing and reduce 1 stress as we fly off.
Okay. Well, you guys start making your way up to orbit. You can hear Weaver contacting the tower, and it's this whole process will probably take maybe 2 to 4 hours, but she does eventually take you guys out of atmosphere, back into orbit, and then you spend some time going way out of range of the colony. More or less, you gotta kind of go to the far side of the planet, really, to get out of range, and then break back through atmosphere. And then she gets really low once you guys do get through the atmosphere, and starts making her way. And at this, we'll assume, Mishka gave her, coordinates or something, so she kind of has an idea where to go and things like that. And so you guys are on approach to this base. And, you hear Weaver over the comm like, okay, so what's the next move here, Sarge? Am I dropping you guys off and you're huffing it on foot?
Dropping us off, we're huffing it.
All right. And Mishka tells her, she suggests, maybe 1 kilometer out just to be safe. Approach from the southwest side of the mountain. The entrance is on the southeast, that sort of thing. Or northeast. So she brings it down. You guys land. And, you can see Weaver's got a little bit of a look of concern on her face that you guys probably haven't seen very often, but, I assume you guys let Mishka out, too, once you, get, airborne and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. She gets out. She's completely dripping booze, obviously. Her hair's a total mess, but, she still has that, kind of smile on her face when she gets out. And you see, Herschel actually offers her a towel. She thanks him and starts trying to dry herself and kind of dry her hair as best she can. It's almost comical to see this, but it works. She's definitely got to be a synth, or she's a fucking Olympic level, fucking diver or something.
4 hours.
Yeah, new record. So, yeah, she's sitting in the back now with all of you, and you guys can get all your shit out, gear up with whatever you need, and then she'll open the back part of the shuttle, and you guys can start making your way.
So yeah, gear up, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put my Kevlar riot vest away, and put on my actual fucking armor.
As you're gearing up, or once you finish with the armor, there's a tap on your shoulder, and you see Herschel, and he holds out your suppressor.
My man.
I figure this might be useful, considering.
It will be very important. And he's sort of dressed up in his MSS fakes, right?
Why? What's you guys tell me? What's the next step of this plan of yours?
We're gonna do our nice 1 kilometer hike towards the base.
So is the plan to have us grab the sergeant's card and then infiltrate with Herschel being our MSS agent?
I think we're just gonna infiltrate, right? Because at that point we don't need him to really act.
Because they're not gonna, from what we've been told, they're not gonna know that something's going wrong unless one of them contacts the inside of the base with the comms unit.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, we
So-
can definitely have that go on.
So I just want to make sure you guys understand the layout here. So there's a single path that's big enough for one of these ox transports, right? So it's big enough for a large vehicle, and it kind of winds up the mountain for, half a kilometer or so. And about maybe 200-300 meters before you get to the clearing, around a bend, there is this checkpoint. And the way that Mishka's described it is there's basically a bunker that's camouflaged and built into the side of the rock itself. And that's got a machine gun emplacement where the guards are. It also has, and then there's a minefield there. And the mines can be deactivated from inside the bunker. Once you go past that, you go up the path, like I said, about another 200-300 meters. And it's a winding path, right? So you can't see the clearing from where that is. The idea being the bunker will stop somebody way before they get to the actual base, right? So then you get to the clearing, when you get to this clearing, there's 2 buildings. There's the barracks off to the left, and then past the barracks, kind of on the other side of the clearing, is the garage. And they're camouflaged from like the top up, so if you were to like fly over and do a scan, it would look like it's just part of the natural formations here. And you know, as you get higher up, like there is snow up in these mountains, you know, so you guys are going up fairly high. And then off to the right of the clearing, that's where the door that's camouflaged into the actual rock that leads into the tunnel, which leads into the base, that's off to the right. And inside the barracks, she said they do have a comm station, which is only used to communicate with the base down below. It doesn't have like off-world communication. All the off-world stuff is controlled from inside the base itself. And she said there's probably 2, maybe 3 guards in the bunker. She assumes probably only 2 because you guys have less... because there's less people here, because half the platoon is at the colony right now. But she doesn't know for sure. She would basically explain that normally, like, half a squad, so about 5 or 6 guys, are split between the tunnel and the bunker. But there's only 1 squad here right now, so, you know, they might just be evenly split 5. She's not sure.
Well, the sergeant's figuring out what we're doing. O'Connell takes out a white paint pen that I figure is standard issue for all Colonial Marines. And writing on his procured NSG-23 rifle.
Oh, okay.
Looter shooter.
Very nice. So that is what you have. I don't have a map for this because there's not a lot to it. It's pretty straightforward. But that's the layout of the upper part, the top side, if you will. Cool. Glad you guys dig it. It's awesome.
Trying to think of how to get past this bunker, but I would like some other input. I had some ideas.
What are your ideas?
Airstrike. Orbital defense laser.
Nuke from orbit.
Eagle strike.
Ion cannon. GDI ion cannon.
I don't think my RPG launcher is going to be doing for this one.
I had thought maybe we could damage the communication array a little bit. Send up a repair crew, theoretically, take them out.
Problem is you don't know exactly where the communications dish is. She just said it's somewhere up in the mountains. She doesn't know like where it comes out of the base.
Yeah, we could spend like hours flying over the mountains trying to find it.
And you probably don't want to fly around because they might see you or hear your ship flying around. At least the people up on top side.
Now, is there a way into the bunker without having to go through the mines?
The entrance to the bunker is also partially camouflaged in the rock, but it's near the bunker. It's not back at the clearing. So you have to walk down the path to get to where the bunker is, and then you enter the bunker through there. It's its own separate. It's one little entrance, and it's like a 2-room like structure. I'm thinking, like, for lack of a better term, if you guys want like a visual, think like the pillboxes that Germany had on Normandy, like those big ass bunkers, like something like that that's camouflaged into like the actual ground, just kind of like theirs were,
Maybe we just trek up towards the bunker, get an actual like line of sight on it, see what is going on,
And
and then we can kind of move forward from there.
With the way it is, right? If this is the path, right? Let's say this is a top view of the road, okay? This is the edge of the mountain. So if you go this way, you just fall off the edge of the mountain. This is the mountain itself. The bunker is here, like that. And so it's facing the path, so to speak. Well, not talking. It's what's the term? Parallel to the road, right? So the window of the bunker is like looking this way. So it's looking out. It's not looking down the path. It's looking out. So assuming it's probably got like a 45-degree angle window, we'll say. So depending where it is, you might be able to see it from the path. But if it's camouflage, it's probably going to be tricky. But
Right.
like she explains, like in order for the machine gun to get an angle on you, it's not like as soon as you turn the corner, the machine gun's pointing at you. You have to like walk past the bunker basically for it to have line of sight. So like, in Normandy, they're coming up the beach right at the bunkers.
Right.
Imagine if you were at one end of the beach, running to the other end of the beach, past the bunkers. That's how the road
We'd
goes.
have to cross its line of sight.
Exactly.
Like 45-degree angle.
Exactly. Give or take probably 45 degrees.
So it's in the mountain, and the path goes around the mountain. It's looking at
More or
one
less,
section
yeah.
of the path.
It's a winding path.
Right.
Yeah. You got it.
Okay. Well, luckily I have a ghillie suit, so I could do recon.
Now you're talking.
You press a button, it turns to a snow tundra ghillie suit. We just
like
change
that.
it's got a little dial to change, like, okay, we need jungle, desert, aquamarine. Oh, here we go.
Fighting predators, so it masks my body heat.
Mud covered, yeah.
I will hand the cutting torch to O'Connell. If I'm going to be doing recon, I don't want to randomly have this on me.
Roger that.
And then,
Yeah, I'm okay with going up that way and then having you do recon ahead of us. Just don't, step on any mines.
Why would you say that?
And she explains that the mines are mostly in the field of view of the bunker. So the idea is that if a vehicle came through and it like set off the mines, it would probably get disabled like right in front of the bunker, so they could just fucking light it up. That's the idea. So.
Right. Hopefully these are anti-tank mines, which require hundreds of pounds of pressure and not, 35 to 75 pounds of pressure when I step on them.
We'll find out. All right, so you guys start making your way up the path. You guys, we can say, are in communication with Weaver and Herschel and Mishka, who are all back on the ship. We'll assume Weaver sets down somewhere where there's cover for this. She doesn't, drop it off in the middle of an open plain, right? She finds a place where there's cover. There's plenty of forests and trees around, too. So you guys make your trek out there. I'm going to need, first of all, a stamina test, because this is a fucking hike, and it's getting progressively colder as you're making your way up the mountain. So this is going to test your endurance here.
I'll push.
Yeah, I'm going to have to push too.
Well,
I will give
me.
my successes to O'Connell.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, we're here for each other.
Nicely
Just don't
done.
let me die on a mine.
All right. So everybody has success then, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. So it's not bad until you guys get into the foothills of the mountain, and then you start encountering ice and snow, and it gets colder and colder. It's slippery. It sucks. You got all your gear you're carrying, and you're constantly wondering, is this the bend where the bunker is? Is this where it is? But Misha gives you pretty good coordinates and accurate details. So eventually you get to the point where you know the bunker is probably close by. So is the plan here, Cruz, you're going to try to sneak ahead solo and try to stealth and see if you can find this thing?
Think so?
Okay. Then,
So, the ghillie suit does mask heat signatures.
Wow.
It
Okay.
actually does.
That's high tech.
It's high tech. I was really surprised.
Well, I guess the 2 predators that are manning the fucking bunker are shit out of luck then. Oh, we're not going to get them.
Dodged a bullet there.
And protects them from infrared scanning. The predators are super fucked.
Oh, man. They got to do this manually?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
They
What
get
is
in their
this?
ship and go home. Fuck this.
Good. Fuck off.
Okay, give me a mobility test, please. And I believe the ghillie suit gives you a bonus.
+2, yeah.
Ooh. Does it...
Do I just...
Do a test roll and see if it adds the bonus if you have the ghillie suit equipped.
Okay, yeah. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it is on active. So then, normally I would roll 6 dice. So this should be 8.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet.
Foundry,
God, Foundry is
does
so
it
good.
again. Oh, so much better than Roll20. It's just amazing. By the
That
way,
existed.
real quick, before we end tonight, you guys know sometimes when when Aaron sends over the episodes for Blades in the Dark, he edits them for me. And sometimes they've made it kind of a gag. He will hide like hidden messages at the very end of the recording. So I'm doing this one time, right? And some joke came up where they were talking about like somebody, like, I don't know, like the character's parents, like the character didn't have parents, like they were passed away or something. And they were joking around like, my dad died or something. And Aaron, in his like just deadpan humor, just goes, "Well, my dad's dead." And the way he said it was so funny. And everybody starts laughing, especially Adam. Adam is like dying, right? So they're joking around about it, and it was very funny, and it, Aaron, the way Aaron said it, it was okay to have a laugh at it. Well, at the end of the recording, I notice the music goes out, but there's something else in the sound wave. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because at this point, I know what the theme song looks like, right? So I go to it, and after the theme song is done, Aaron had taken that clip and put it in at the end. And so the music ends, and then you just hear Adam snickering. He goes, "I totally made fun of you for having a dead dad," or something like that, right? It's the funniest shit ever, right? It's so funny. So this happened again on this last episode. I notice it, and I go to play it, and it was during the break. So they get like down to the break, and usually when they break, just like I talk about Dr. Pepper, whatever, Aaron and Adam, Aaron especially, is all about RC Cola, right? So
Ew.
I guess that's the thing in Canada, or at least that's what he likes. So he goes, "Okay, so we're gonna take our break here. Go ahead and grab yourself some RC Cola." And then he goes, "And if you drink Dr. Pepper, then you should probably go play Roll20. Take that, Chris." And then he just cuts it off there.
Oh,
So
great.
there's these little hidden messages, and dude, I was dying. It was so funny. And I told him, like, dude, I'm crying right now. I just heard that part of the recording. So like I give my people shit all the time here, listeners, but I expect that in return, and I appreciate that kind of stuff. So if you can't take a good joke and you take yourself too seriously, you can't. So yeah, if making fun of me is going to put a smile on your face or make your day better, by all means do it. I always tell my friends, when I am dead and gone, I do not want anybody crying at my funeral. I want you guys telling jokes and drinking Dr. Pepper and talking shit. So
Forward in the casket for you.
hell yeah. Give me the Dr. Pepper interior on the casket. So, or just get a giant Dr. Pepper can. Have you ever seen that?
I will make sure the inside of your.
I've seen I think it was a Pepsi. It looked like a
We'll
Pepsi can.
We'll have a Lizardman Dwarf mega battle.
Oh god, that would be the ultimate troll. Ultimate troll on the grave.
10,000
Oh my
kinks on your
god.
grave.
While playing Roll20. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
of
going to be
course.
made out of Dr. Pepper cases.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh. Okay, so you make your test. I
Yes.
guess this would be opposed. since there are guards here, which I need to find their stats.
If it's opposed, then yeah, I'm gonna push.
Oh, okay.
Go
for it.
'Cause I want to succeed. Of course, go fuck myself. Fine, whatever.
Oh,
You
this
used all your luck in the beginning.
This is one of those times where one of those extra push talents might actually be used.
Yeah, actually helpful. But I don't want like
Yeah.
3 fucking.
But in reality, it still wouldn't be good, so fuck that talent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're creeping. You don't blow up. You don't trigger a landmine. You don't get shot. However, I do need an observation test to see if you can actually find this fucking bunker. Okay.
1 success.
All right. So it takes a while, but you get to the area where Mishka's like, okay, you should be close. And, this takes time. Okay, this is like, once you get in that area, you are moving incredibly slow, especially because you're a sniper, right? I don't know if you've, heard stories of, some of the shit that went down in World War II, but, you might spend, a half an hour, just fucking pulling, something out of your pocket to, take a fucking snack, just because you don't want to give away your position. So it is something like that. You take your time. You do not want to get lit up by a fucking pillbox bunker. And eventually, you're looking... And obviously, you're trying to make sure you're not, letting the glint off your scope give you away or stuff like that. But eventually, you do see, an imperfection in the rocks. And as you kind of focus in on that, you realize, okay, you see a glint, and you realize it's the glint off the very end of the barrel of the machine gun that's in this bunker. And then you can just see this black line, which you're guessing is the opening, the window, so to speak. And you do indeed see the bunker. So that is where we'll call it for tonight. You guys have finally started on the real part of the mission here, so to speak, so...
Oh my god, 2 full sessions to only start the mission.
Well, I thought that first part was only going to take a session, so I didn't think it was going to take, 2 sessions. But that's okay. That's okay.
It was funny.
That's
I mean,
okay.
we could just backtrack and go back to Earl.
No.
We could spend another 2 or 3 days
Yeah.
just...
Earl might have some information we don't know yet.
We need to pump him for information.
I'm
that's a
all
good point.
I'm all about the slow burn here. There's no need to rush. It's a journey. It's not a race. It's a journey. So right. We'll call it at that, and then listeners will do XP off camera here. So, I think that's everything we need to do. So we won't be here next week, listeners, because we'll be at Gen Con, but we won't have an interruption in the schedule, so there'll still be an episode coming out. We're just not going to be actually recording next week, but you guys don't have to worry about that. So if you hopefully you get to go to Gen Con this year, hopefully we get to run into you and see you if you're there. That'd be cool. And we will be back with more Alien. And we'll see how our Marines can handle a covert infiltration mission dealing with human soldiers. This will be different than what we're usually used to here. So looking forward to it, fellas. Good game tonight. Good game. So thank you all, as always. And listeners, thank you for tuning in. Viewers, thanks for stopping by. And we will see you same time, same place. Signing off.